on 95.7 The Game.
All right. How about this?
Yeah.
I got two things we're not talking about today. How about that? There's two things we're not talking about today.
I like when you say were.
Okay.
Yeah.
One is, it looks like it's going to rain Sunday. The 49ers
It is ironic.
have an inexperienced quarterback, a great defense, and a dominant running game. If you can't win a game under those circumstances at home, give me a break. This is a 49er advantage if it rains. Let me get that out of the way.
All right, that's one.
Then there's another one. All the criticism, there's a level to the criticism of Trey Lance that no other quarterback has faced. I mean, he's getting criticized. It's unfair. People are going over the top with the criticism of Trey Lance. Nobody's been criticized like Trey. Oh, really? How about a guy named Jimmy Garoppolo? Jimmy Garoppolo was criticized, scrutinized, and picked over
dog meat,
every single game. Trey Lance isn't getting hit any more than Jimmy Garoppolo got hit.
It's 1 week. I'm just telling the masses, dude, this is we got the best job. I'm listening this morning to the roast. Happy birthday, Bonte. I text him this real quick, Steiny. When you get older and you tell somebody else they're getting older, so I said, happy birthday, old man. It kind of felt good. But anyway, I digress. The pressure is on Kyle. Tell me any coach, even the one in Dallas who's a sacrificial lamb, dead man walking, McCarthy, who has the most pressure on them going in a week 2 game. I'll give you the answer. Kyle Shanahan. You better not lose to the Seahawks. This ain't got nothing to do with Trey. This is about your team, your running backs or lack of running backs. And we're going to get into that in the conversation you had with Ray Ratto about the running back position for the Niners. Everybody seems all ho-hum. Just call it next man up. Are we sure about that? Mitchell was a beast. They get credit for drafting him. But what is this theme about every 49er football season here in the last 5 to 6 years? They're dropping like flies. And the O-line that I thought was going to keep everybody upright, clean, I'm worried about that. Now you're talking about Mr. Weatherman. Steiny, you gotta give me this. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's ironic that it might rain here in California after this. The last time I'm mentioning this word, the monsoon in the Shy. Dude, I'm juiced.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't know what to do there. So define let's start here. Define. Okay, Kyle Shanahan.
I'm gonna write it down.
Has 2, 3. I think he's got 4 or 5 more years left in his deal. Please define pressure.
Because you're the writer of the show. It's not about him losing his job. It's about him losing the confidence from the fan base.
Hold on one second. Okay. Stop right there.
I just don't account for it. That's just outside of here, and doesn't really have to do with what we're doing.
There you go.
We need to do more of that. I like that. I'm stealing the line from Willard.
Okay.
You invited this sideshow. Shout out Richie Rich at 415.
Anyone touches the ball other than the center every single play. So
just don't account for it.
It's my decision most of the time. Ball goes.
I still kind of like it.
I tried to get to it. It's Trey Lance. We can listen now.
Leg and it's in the right call, whether it's run game, pass game, protections, whatever it may be. So I make the most of the decisions other than the play call with Kyle. So at the end of the day,
you might have to tell me how to turn this off from in here.
I feel like I'm being Santa Claus.
Look at it again.
There was always, for me going back and
it takes a minute though.
Yeah,
and then it'll turn. That's what's known as Steinmetz butchering a segment.
E4.
My bad.
Yeah,
but rewind. Go ahead.
You don't think there's there's pressure, Steiny? This whole season,
not really.
And Lance is not my target.
So relative, though.
It's Kyle. It's about the football team. It's not the Trey Lance Niners. It's the football team. And last week, the football team, the receivers, everything. I didn't like the game plan. So now if there's a little missed or due, are we supposed to not watch and say, okay, something's going on? There's pressure on your boy Kyle, Steiny.
From who?
The people that picked the Niners to go to the Super Bowl.
Don't account for it. That's just outside of here.
Doesn't sound like he's
doesn't
nervous.
Really have to do with what we're doing.
It's not about him nervous.
He doesn't even account for it.
I just don't account for it. That's just outside of here. And doesn't really have to do with what we're doing.
No, not at all. So
this is the biggest game or the biggest week 2 game in his tenure is a Niner coach.
I'd have to go back and look.
Okay, but this is it.
I can't challenge
because
that.
we can't control the noise. And again, we'll get to Mike Martz and what people throwing the race card out, and I'm Malcolm X when I need to be, Steiny. We'll dissect that because I was like, man, I missed that. But we'll get to that. But how are you sitting there sipping your coffee like it's all good in the hood? This team lost to arguably the preseason worst football team in the league, and now you got Seattle coming in here.
Because I don't think Kyle Shanahan's under any pressure.
There's pressure to develop his quarterback, one.
Man, no.
And then there's pressure from the other 52 guys and the other 51 players in the locker room. If for whatever reason, and I'm not there yet, Trey's not ready, are you going to make a switch? This is pressure, and you signed up for that when Jimmy put his John Hancock on his new deal.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Kyle Shanahan's feeling any pressure.
Well, then he's in the wrong business. But you're speaking for him, and I think that's wrong. This thing is major.
It's the second week of the season.
Okay, what happened the first week?
We lost.
Okay, and you're supposed to be a good team, a top-tier team.
It took us 8 games last year to get on track. We were 3-5, and then we were gangbusters.
You know what?
We're starting to no experience quarterback, so we knew there was going to be a tough start. He's going to get better over the course of the year.
You know what, Steiny? I love my teammates here, and I didn't mention damn near everyone. Last Thursday, I got out of here, saw Damon in the coffee room, and he hit me on the shoulder. He said, it's all good, but like I was producing fear or anxiety. And and I was like, that's not what I was trying to do. I said that to myself as I walked off. He's ready for a show. So, again, just because I say it's pressure, I'm sounding the alarm?
Well, to me, yes. Pressure on, listen, Kyle Shanahan will be forever linked to Trey Lance. But the book is not going to be done after Seattle. In fact, the book still has chapters and chapters and chapters and years to go. Kyle Shanahan, Jed York made it clear. Jed made it clear. Shanahan's his guy. If the 49ers start out 0-2, it'll be uncomfortable. He's not feeling any pressure. You know what? And here's the other thing. I don't think people as arrogant as Kyle Shanahan feel pressure. But even if he did feel pressure, now would not be the time to feel it. That's for way down the road. That would just be me.
Okay, yeah.
It's way too early to say Kyle's got tons of pressure on him.
Yeah.
To me.
Steiny, I hear you. And as I sit up here and we talk about pressure, I think we're looking at it or defining it differently. I know the man, and he shouldn't be. His job is not in jeopardy. I'm not even dare saying that. And you know what I think of him and his play design. Now, there are areas that he can grow as a ball coach. The 10-point lead, I'm on record as saying that concerns me. But the pressure is to live up to the expectation of your team. And the Niners this year, again, and everybody, overreaction Monday, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, it's Thursday. It ain't us. It's everywhere. You just can't start off this campaign losing to the Bears in Seattle. And I don't expect them to lose, but damn, is the O-line going to get any better? And the line of the year was from him to me. Hey, offensive line, his musical chairs. That was a line, I thought, but now if that becomes an area of weakness, how is Trey or any other running back going to get their groove back?
Well, then why are we the offensive line is in shambles?
I'm not there yet. We got this week.
I'm just saying.
Position of strength. Wearing defensive lines down, running the ball up the gut.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Who's going to be the leading rusher this week?
Trey Lance.
Are you being real or are you?
I'm being dead serious.
No, it shouldn't.
Wasn't
be,
he the
man.
leading rusher in week 1?
But yeah, well,
close. I mean, why did you think that's a joke?
Mason, you got Jeff Wilson Jr. I don't want to get Trey Lance hurt, Steiny.
Well,
and I love the fact that the facet of his game is he uses his wheels.
Trey Lance
but not
was
like,
the leading rusher in week 1.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing, Goo, and here's what I believe where we're at right now. So you don't want to put Trey Lance in harm's way, right?
Not all the time.
So how do you want to use him?
Like Donovan McNabb, or how I envisioned him, and Air McNair. A pocket passer and run when you need to.
His worst attribute is right now might be, I could make a case, his worst attribute is throwing from the pocket. Throwing from a stable pocket. So now you're going to say, why don't we, and this is really interesting because, believe it or not, you know what I wanted to come out with today?
Yeah.
I wanted to come out with, and we're still going there, the things that we saw in Trey Lance on Sunday that were good. Because I got a list of 5.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm being dead serious.
All right.
But my point is, in terms of him being a pocket quarterback, then Kyle Shanahan's saying, let's put Trey Lance in the position that we think he excels in least. He has to be able to run. You have to run him. Otherwise, he's a one-dimensional quarterback whose weakness is throwing the ball downfield.
See, and I'm not ready to say that's his weakness. I talked about accuracy, Steiny, but what did I tell you? I can't wait to hear your 5. I watched the game again last night, fell asleep to it. I don't feel like he threw the ball 28 times, Steiny. It felt like he threw it 14. So I'm not telling Kyle Shanahan how to devise a game plan, but I want to see Trey whop, whop, whop. Okay, when you hit Ayuk, give him another chance. And he hit Jennings. Come back with another one. That's just me. So I can't wait to hear your 5. But for him to fall in love with this young quarterback like he obviously did because he put a ring on it, I don't think he's looking at Trey as, oh, this is his weakness.
Of course he is.
No. I beg to differ.
What's Trey Lance's biggest strength?
His body, his athleticism.
That's a problem.
His arm strength.
Okay, I haven't heard one.
His wheels.
I haven't heard. Okay, wheels. Yeah, finally, I heard one.
Right.
Finally.
But he's running like 3 flies up when we play. I don't like the contact. That's all. And you could call me a worrywart.
The thing I have is you can't throw a bomb every play.
That I get. Okay.
Especially when the guy.
I'm listening.
All indications are, at this point, that one of the things he needs to improve is his accuracy.
And I said that. Okay.
Okay, so.
How do you improve that, Matt? You don't go to Walmart.
You go to practice. That's where you improve it. You don't say, well, let's practice by Trey throwing 42 times a game. Night.
I'm going to give you okay.
That would be so weird.
But what did we do all off season?
We said.
Trey, they worked on this, I'm sure.
When you asked me, what do you think the 49ers offense will look like with Trey as opposed to Jimmy Garoppolo? I said, I'll bet it doesn't look that different, but for some plays here and there where Lance's athleticism shows. And you know what else here? And this is the other thing. Here's the. I'll tell you. Here's number one. The number one positive I saw.
I got my pen.
He made 3 incredible throws, as far as I was concerned. With the one to Ray McLeod being unbelievable.
A dart.
That was incredible. But here's the thing, Goo. Why don't you go right back to it? Because it would have been intercepted the next time.
See,
of course I do. He threw the perfect ball. That was one of the best throws I've seen. He can't make it again. That's what inconsistency is.
But
you just want a guy who can throw 40 times.
Okay, I'm just asking you, in your mind, I feel like I'm talking to an offensive genius. Okay, you complete said pass. Does that equate to 7 runs to hide him from another opportunity? Because there's going to be some games, and we saw it on the drive when they were down 9 to where, guess what, Steiny? We ain't running the ball. We got to pass.
But here would be the logical answer. Okay. Guru, we were using a quarterback who's 22 years old. We were using a quarterback who's got no experience. We're on the road. It's in the rain. We've got a great defense. We've got a running game that we think is the best part of our game. Why would you possibly want this unproven quarterback to throw 40 times in the worst conditions that you can come up with?
Matt, because we're trying to win a football game. And the guy's got a jersey.
By running the ball, we're not trying to win a football game?
No, you were down. My point is you can't hide. You got to work on that. Like, all that's out the window, Steiny. I'm dialing up plays as if Jimmy was under center.
Then why do you expect the 49ers offense to look different if you're drawing the same plays up for Lance as Jimmy, or as you did for Jimmy?
Well, I don't know about the same plays. it's the C word for me. I want Kyle, and I believe he does, have the same confidence in Trey.
Well, you can't have the same confidence in a quarter. That's impossible.
Well, you named
Jimmy
him.
Garoppolo's been in 2 NFC Championship games the last 3 years. Trey Lance has played 3 games. Don't you think, of course, Shanahan's going to trust Garoppolo more than Lance?
Okay, it's not about trust when Jimmy is not on the field. It's about my development, and it's about you, Coach, giving us the best opportunity to win. And I got targets. Kittle didn't play. Don't look like he's going to play, but Steiny, they got weaponry.
Of course, they got weaponry, but they don't have apparently weaponry at quarterback.
We don't know that. It was a monsoon, but again, I'm not out on him letting Lance learn. That's what I'm gonna dub it.
Let's go to Larry. Larry in San Francisco. You're going to let Lance learn until when? The playoffs are out of reach?
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, fellas.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, I just want to tell you before Goop gets all upset at me. I like Trey Lance. The dude didn't lose that game because of the O-line. The dude lost the game because he doesn't know how to play football yet. You know, I watched him, dude. I saw Debo look at him like, what are you doing? You know? I mean, if you watch the game and you really look at the players, they lost faith in him. They realized that he was overmatched, and the 49ers knew that they had no way to beat that team now because my quarterback doesn't know how to play quarterback. The Bears defense themselves said, we knew all we had to do is force Trey Lance to be a quarterback, and we'll win the game. And, man, just because you can hit 2 nice throws a game, you're not going to win a game with just 2 nice throws a game. Yeah, he has to learn how to hit Debo on a screen pass. He has to learn how to be able to hit Kittle over 5 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he struggled with that. Thanks, Larry. Those little passes to the side, I thought. But overall, you know,
who was he covering? Oh, again, Trey Lance. Well, is he the one that let Pettis get open? Like, Larry, I appreciate the call, but that's foul. To say he's got to learn. Oh, obviously he's got to learn and get the experience, but he's got the job. If you watch that game, they were up 10-0, and the defense collapsed. And if you want to say that's because the offense didn't do anything, Steiny, that's fine. But for Larry to say they lost because he doesn't know how to play football, he wasn't the one on any defensive position to allow Fields to get points. Like, that was a low blow, Larry.
Well, then, you know, and this is going to be my theme. Good. Well, is it a low blow? Then Jimmy Garoppolo got low blown, whatever it is. There you go. For his 4 or 5 year career here.
Let me throw something at you, partner, in your lovely Warrior World shirt.
If Jimmy Garoppolo quarterbacked exactly like Trey Lance,
this is where
and they lost the game 19-10,
I got
Jimmy Garoppolo would be getting hammered, just like Trey Lance is getting hammered.
I've listened to your point. I want because you're honest with me. You know, Goo, I'm being honest. Will you and I ever have a quarterback conversation about Trey Lance and Jimmy's name not come up?
Yes.
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like,
because I can do it.
Honestly,
yeah. I don't think a lot of people can, though, Steiny.
Not one time was I like I am not intrigued. I have no answer. I don't care.
Yeah.
And people think I love hypotheticals. Like, would Garoppolo have won that game? I have no idea. Who cares? Like, that one I just dismissed. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything changes in my mind. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Did you think Larry was low? That was a low blow to Trey, though?
What did he say?
That he doesn't know how to play yet.
He doesn't.
And he cost him the game.
I wouldn't say he didn't cost him the game. I would never say Jimmy cost him the game because I never believed. I don't believe one guy can cost the team a game in football. So anyway, Trey Lance has the ability to throw down the field deep and make big plays. There's no doubt he's got a much more confident long arm than Garoppolo. So that's one.
Okay.
Here's two. Trey Lance, to me, seems to have a good instinct when he's running the ball. Now, I know that he's got to get down quicker, and I think that'll come with experience. Remember, he played Division I AA. He's used to running guys over. He's got to figure that part of the game out. But when he's got the ball and he's he's going to run,
right,
I think he's pretty good. I think he's strong, but that's the game he's going to have to play. He's going to have to take his yards and get down. But
And slide.
The third and 13 that he turned into 15,
no doubt,
was incredible.
Those are backbreakers.
That's one where it's like, well, Jimmy couldn't have dreamed about that one in his sleep. So there is an aspect to Trey Lance's running ability that is a real bonus, but you got to balance it. That's going to be Kyle Shanahan. The problem I think the 49ers are going to have is balancing Lance running and passing, because he's not a great passer now, and then they're going to have to rely a little more on his instinct and running plays, but then you put him in more of harm's way. That's kind of what I think's going on.
I had those, but I can't wait to 3, 4, and 5, because I kind of, those two, I'm like, yeah, I see that, but like, what's 3 on your list? Because now I'm like,
number 3 on my list is he absolutely, positively comports himself like a leader, and he knows what he's doing as a quarterback and all those responsibilities that he has. It looks to me like this kid's got poise, composure, and he's a professional on the field and off the field. That's a big part of being a quarterback. I didn't see him get flustered on Sunday. He didn't play well in the second half, but I didn't see a quarterback that looked like he was running around with his head cut off. I thought he was, he looked the same way. He didn't play the same way in the fourth as in the first, but his demeanor to me didn't change very much.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, that's just me. There's 2 more.
And you like his podium game too, what he said yesterday.
Well, yeah, and as far as the long ball goes, I mean, if you can throw downfield a little more than Jimmy Garoppolo did and have a little bit more success, well, then the running game's going to open up, obviously.
We're going to talk about that later.
So, yeah. Those are
you don't sound like, and I'm being real, partner, you don't sound like a guy that's out on Trey Lance.
I'm not out on Trey Lance.
But, Steiny, I'm getting everywhere I look. Oh, good. I wanted them to start last year.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Right. Gosh, man. And if he lights it up, which I expect him to do, or them win Sunday, him have a good game, it's a work in progress. And I'm going to give him his kudos and his flowers. I'm waiting. But the team cannot be forgotten. And that's why you kind of looked at me, Steiny, sideways like, okay, if they go 0-2, no big deal. It's a big deal when you look at it from the perspective of how many 0-2 teams make the playoffs. Forget Trey and who's quarterbacking. This team has aspirations, whether Kyle said it or not. They just went to the NFC Championship game. You can't lose to the Bears in Seattle. So that's just instant pressure, whether anybody wants to tell me I'm right or wrong. That's just what it is Sunday. And it's going to be fascinating as I sit back and watch the Niners ball out in their home opener.
Yeah. I expect them to win.
Yeah.
See, I don't nothing's ever black. What?
Now, Seattle had their Super Bowl last Monday.
So, I believe that this is going to take time to work itself out. I mean, it's not like Trey's going to throw 4 interceptions in the first quarter on Sunday, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're in the Garoppolo era.
Right.
I fully expect the 49ers to win on Sunday. I don't know how they're going to win. I don't know if Lance is going to be great. I don't know if he's going to be not so great. But if the 49ers can win on Sunday, which I think they will, well, then we're just fine for another week or 2.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really to talk about, which is the way it should be. Problem was he was not very good on Sunday.
And you would have go ahead.
Oh, actually, we got to get going.
Yeah, all right.
What was your question?
No, you would have asked if you were a reporter, hey, did you think about putting Jimmy in? Like, that'll stay with me.
I would have. We got some phone lines to get to after the break. We got a great show today, 2 o'clock, Cam Inman, Bay Area News Group. And then at 2:30, we got KJ Wright, linebacker, played a long time in Seattle. They got to lick their chops when a rookie quarterback comes in. By the way, I said rookie. I know I'm wrong.
Sophomore.
Yeah, but maybe that's something we should talk about on the other side. Hey, starting this Saturday at 9 a.m. and airing every Saturday leading up to the Super Bowl, Odyssey presents Kickoff with Boomer and Valenti. It's a 1-hour show with our very own Boomer Esiason breaking down the games each week and giving his unique perspective on the NFL and off the field. That's 9 a.m. starting this Saturday right here on 95.7 The Game.
Fremont Bank. If there's one thing we understand more than anybody, it's that it takes a local bank to really get the needs of local businesses. And more than anything, local businesses need access. Access to a knowledgeable banker and access to a full suite of business services. Can't come to the bank? We'll come to you. Our devotion to our clients ensures your business never misses a beat. That's why Fremont Bank remains the right choice for local and family-owned businesses. Learn more at fremontbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
At Left Coast Buyers, we buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-434-5000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-434-5000. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000. That's 925-434-5000.
Did you know System Pavers has been designing and installing outdoor living systems for 30 years? Since 1992, we've helped more than 80,000 homeowners transform the way they enjoy their outdoors, and they've been happily talking about their remodels ever since.
If I would have known how quick and easy replacing our crumbly old driveway was going to be, I would have contacted System Pavers years ago.
We had a small issue with our outdoor kitchen, and System Pavers went above and beyond to make it right. Excellent service.
I'm Larry Green of System Pavers, and nothing makes my day more than hearing how the quality, beauty, and durability of our work has helped thousands of families make the most of their outdoor spaces.
For a limited time, you can take advantage of special financing and save 10% on an outdoor transformation that'll get people talking too. Call System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com today.
All orders must be placed by September 30th. See website for offer details. Financing subject to credit approval. Contractor's license 661575.
Eddie Gleason here. Join me and John Dickinson at Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill, Saturday, September 24th, when we broadcast live noon to 4 p.m. Take advantage of one-of-a-kind opportunities at their fall clearance sales event. That's September 24th, 12 to 4 p.m. at Friedman's Appliance.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer, a big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get
Get just the right amount of data with TracFone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Holy mackerel.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right. Hold on a sec. I made a note. There's somebody texted me yesterday, caught my eye, and I want to make sure to give the person the proper credit.
I said what I said.
Arrogant, Shanahan, and me. He said basically, we were called Shanahan arrogant. And then he called me out. He said, Steiny, you're arrogant too.
Oh, this is a personal tweet.
Yeah, he's like, you're
Did
just
you respond?
No, I'm going to respond now.
Okay,
though.
right.
Perhaps so. I'm not a leader. I just work here. Kyle Shanahan's a leader
of men.
So that arrogance is far more important than mine. Like I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not leading anybody.
Right.
I'm a follower.
You sounded like a leader in a presentation yesterday.
Thank you.
A little bit.
But anyway.
You told the joke. It kind of, I don't think it went over well.
You know what? Look,
I was driving home about my boy went improv on this.
All right, should I do it?
Yeah, he should do.
All right, I'll set it up. I don't think it's a big deal.
No, but it was shocking. It wasn't nothing wrong. I told David.
So yesterday, Guru and I in each of the shows met with our sales staff.
Lovely sales
just
staff.
getting to know, little give and take, and getting to know each other a little better after the pandemic because there's some new people and whatnot. And so Guru and I had to go up and just tell the sales team
in front of everybody
a little bit about our show. And I said, look, Guru and I have really good chemistry. We have a lot of fun out there. We love talking sports. And I said, but one of the things about our show that I think is pretty interesting is Guru's black and I'm white. And there was a little uneasy.
Yeah,
I do believe you led with that.
Yeah,
as well.
he did lead with it.
Oh, did I lead with it?
Yeah.
You didn't bury the lead there.
And there was a couple brothers in the crowd because you don't know this because you're not one, and they look like, dude, who's your boy? Who you working with? I was like, that was just anyway. You shocked me with that one. I have no sources.
That's true, right?
It is true.
I'm white and Guru's black.
But
I thought the one at the end, my one-liner was better.
Which was?
The one where did you get a little emotional at that one point? You did, I think, which was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I didn't get emotional at all.
So Guru, somebody asked Guru about something, and Guru told his story that he won Lucky Break.
Yeah.
But he set it up perfectly because he's like, hey, I was a salesman. I missed my shot at doing that. I'm not going to do it. A buddy of his, I forget who.
My brother.
His brother said,
Rodney.
Guru, you're never going to be able to forgive yourself. You got to give it a try. Guru enters the contest. Lo and behold, he wins. Lo and behold, he starts doing radio. Lo and behold, everybody loves him. And now I'm doing a show with him. And he's like, and now I get to do a show with Steiny. It's unbelievable. And I said, I've
this part.
I said, I've been in the media game 30 years.
TV?
Worked as a journalist in newspapers. I did TV. Now I'm on radio. I've had a great career here. Been around for a while, and I got to work with a guy who won a contest.
See, Otis Bird Jr. ain't gonna like that line because they think you're tough on me, Steiny.
Wow.
But yeah. One for two.
All right, let's get it back out there. You know what? I wanted to start on a positive note today because some people have said we don't like Trey Lance, but I don't have an opinion of him. So here's three things that I saw Sunday that are positive and, yes, reason for optimism. One is, yes, he threw the ball downfield a few times just more confidently, and it just looked better than a Jimmy Garoppolo. There's no doubt about it. He had a couple throws that were flat out amazing. The one to Ray McLeod is the one I'm going to talk about all year. I thought it was an incredible throw. Two, Lance does seem to have a good instinct when it comes to running the ball. Like I said, he's going to have to figure out how to get down and slide a lot better, but he seems to smell the hole and know what he's doing when he's pretty strong. Yeah. Like, I know Mike Martz said he looked like a fullback. Well, there are times when you might want him to be a fullback.
Except 4th and 1 when your coach don't call it. But anyway.
But you know what? I heard quarterbacks are far less likely to be hurt on quarterback sneaks than other runs.
Brady's mastered it.
Because
and he ain't even elusive.
Because there's not as much
impact.
Force. Yeah. And then lastly, Trey Lance looks like a leader. He absolutely looks like a leader. He plays the part. He seems poised. He seems composed. There wasn't a time in that game, even in the fourth quarter, where I thought he lost his composure or, quote-unquote, lost it or panicked. So he looks like a quarterback who will be able to bounce back. And he's saying all the right things. And you know what? I do think that's important. All right, so those are three good things I saw about Trey Lance. There's two topics on the table right now. One is, you got more good Trey Lance you want to share with me? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then two, how much pressure is Kyle Shanahan really under?
And I think our definition of pressure is different. When I say pressure to you, you're like upstairs the job. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the confidence in the fan base, and I'm going to tell you this and put people on their back. I think bringing Jimmy back.
Just don't account for it. That's just outside of here.
He lost some confidence from the fan base.
I just don't account for it. That's just outside of here, and doesn't really have to do with what we're doing.
He doesn't care if he's lost.
He's probably listening now. What up, Kyle?
He better be at practice.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's start us off with Antonio. Antonio.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Antonio in the city? How you doing, man?
Hey, I appreciate you guys taking my call. I love both of you guys. Listen to you every day, first-time callers.
Nice.
I wanted to say I've been a fan of the Niners like forever, and I'm 56 years old, so I go back to 81 when we first won. The Super Bowl is a precious thing. It's rare. It's hard to get there. As a fan, we can't wait around. We cannot wait around. When this moment is here, we have to seize it. And Trey, I don't know. Either way, my thing is, I heard somebody say earlier, it's about the team. And I know those veterans in the locker room. Yep. This moment is so hard to get to, and it's so we have to seize it. And I haven't heard anyone say just, why can't Trey just sit another season and watch and get more experience? And, we had Joe Montana, we had Steve Young behind him. What's wrong with it? And it's just, we got to seize this opportunity.
Thanks, Antonio. I appreciate it, and that's the conundrum they're in. It's the conundrum they've put themselves in. And what about... Here's my thought on the locker room, and that there are 52 guys in there who are thinking Super Bowl, and what if they start thinking they can't get to this? Well, then he's got to make a change.
Okay.
And that's really what I think Kyle Shanahan did when he called in the 15 or 20 veterans. He basically said, Trey's going to be our quarterback of the future. You guys saw him all last year. He's pretty good. He does a lot of different things than Jimmy. We want to give him a shot because we think he can play, and we're going to ride him as long as we can, as long as we stay in this thing. And I think the team is fine with that. How about this? I'm going to say something, and people may get on me. I think the 49ers, you look at their personnel.
Yeah.
Kittle, Ayuk, Warner, Bosa, Trent Williams, all those guys, Juszczyk, have experience. Yeah. I think they kind of know, and I think the veterans know they can dig out of a little bit of a hole if they have it.
And they did it last year with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Exactly. And they may have to do it again with Jimmy Garoppolo.
To Antonio's call and to his point, Steiny,
Yeah.
I said this was CNN. The reason Trey is playing, I believe, because of politics. And the politics start with how much you spent and what you invested in this kid to where he can't sit year one or even year two, and everybody just sit back and that not be an indictment. But we cannot hide the fact that the Niners, regardless if it was stressful or not, had a formula that got them close, if not to the Super Bowl. So let's just imagine a world we live in. Had you not invested the 2 first-round picks, Trey could be sitting right now and Jimmy be the starter and nobody would be like, what's going on? But I believe in the world we live in now, because you invested so much to get him, he's got to start regardless if he's ready or not. And I tip my cap to Kyle for saying, I'm taking this unknown, basically. You guys don't know, but I can make him ready. And all we've watched is one game. All we've seen is one game. And I can come in here and say, Steiny, he didn't wow me, but it ain't about me. And you talk about that leader, you know who the real leader is and better be? Is Kyle Shanahan. And he has a gauge.
He's not a leader.
He has a gauge on that locker room, and he controls the lever of, you know what, we need more. And that's why I said, ain't no way Jimmy's coming back on the field unless Trey gets hurt. Week 12 maybe, but I don't even think Trey's getting relieved of his, this is Trey or bust, barring injury.
I disagree with completely. I think if Trey Lance, so you're saying that if Trey Lance guides the 49ers to a 1-4 start, that these same veterans in the locker room will be like, let's keep rolling, guys. Coach, let's just keep rolling with Trey. I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, you're telling,
and I think and 49er fans, tell me what you think about it. That's the deal Shanahan made with those veterans. The deal Shanahan made with the veterans, I believe, is saying we're going to start the year with Trey, but we are not going to be afraid to go back to Jimmy if Trey struggles, because he has to say that to his veterans or he loses them. The minute Trey Lance starts a game that that they're maybe out of, or I think the veterans aren't going to be happy.
Okay.
And as for Shanahan being a leader, I said he's not a leader. I should be more precise. I don't think he's a good leader. Name me one time when you were like, man, good leadership, Kyle Shanahan.
See, and here we go, Steiny. Some things guys like us from the outside don't see.
Yeah, I think he's detached.
And it's
from
like
the team.
A quarterback win-loss record. You could say, well, Steiny wasn't that great of a quarterback, but hell, look at his starting record. Something's happening. My thing is, last season was teetering, 3-5. He was hearing the noise, and he got that team to the playoffs. I don't care who the head coach is, I got to give you credit. You earned it. You saved the ship. Now, maybe it was because of the defense, of the defensive coordinator. It don't work like that. If we can criticize, if we can hate, we can congratulate. There's nuance to what you just said about 1-4. I do believe, and I said it last week, and I ain't trying to contradict myself. Okay, they're 1-4. I'm going John Dickinson. Is it so? You're telling me it's 5 subpar games from Trey? Like, how are they losing?
Doesn't matter at that point.
Because Antonio to call here to lead us off, Ricky Henderson, and say he doesn't know how to play quarterback and he cost him the game Sunday. That's negligence. That's not what happened. The defense collapsed.
Well, that is what happened. He did not play well. Trey Lance did not play well.
Devo didn't play well. He fumbled, Steiny. I'm just saying.
We're not arguing anything.
Okay.
Of course, Trey Lance didn't lose them the game. But he didn't play well. Let's be honest.
And I said that to you Monday.
In fact, the way he played has gotten a lot of people worried.
And right. But the defense, I'm more concerned with Sunday than I am with how Trey performed.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, all right.
I mean, if you're more worried about your defense, then you're done, because that's supposed to be rock solid.
Right, and it was rock solid up until the late third. So you got to be able to call a spade a spade. They tired. It was week 1. They hadn't played much together in the preseason. You could give me all of that, and I'll eat it all up. But I'm not going to sit here and say, now, again, Steiny, I'm asking you, I said it's nuanced. If it's 5 straight games of him being subpar and not great, then and we can see
Well,
to the
if they're
naked
1-4, he's got to be awful, I would think.
Yeah.
You give me a
They
scenario.
ain't going 1-4. I didn't think they were going 0-1 to the Bears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rob's in San Francisco, I think. What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Steinmetz.
Hey.
So, listen, fellas. Keep the receipts. Please keep all these receipts. Please do it, because my man is going to be just fine. Like Steinmetz said, this is what, second year? He going to be fine, man. We're good, y'all. Now, as far as Shanahan's concerned, look, Shanahan is stubborn.
Yes.
Shanahan is not going to pull this young man. He will not. I don't care if we go 0-7, 0-8. Jimmy is not going to see the field. Period. This is our golden boy from Shanahan. He's not going to pull his kid. He will not do it. He won't do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob. Thanks for the call.
Tempted, Steiny. Go ahead.
That's my point.
Why'd you keep him?
That's my point. He has to do it. If Trey Lance is not playing well, and the 49ers are suffering because he must go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm going to give you that.
Because the bottom line is this. No matter what happens, Kyle Shanahan can come out of this smelling like a rose, like he always does, except if he does not play the best quarterback, because then he will lose the locker room, and then that is a big problem. Yeah. So
Trey's not bigger than the team, Steiny, to where you get the scholarship.
And let's hope Kyle Shanahan's ego isn't bigger than the team.
Well, I think we saw that by them bringing Jimmy back. Like that.
That might have been a survival technique.
All right. Geico's always good. Insurance is always good, Steiny.
Cam's in Sunnyvale. What's up, Cam? How you doing? Talk to me.
What's up, man?
Hey.
I was thinking something that I don't know if anybody's been thinking this, and I was kind of thinking that last year we kind of saw a little bit in the preseason. What would you guys think? I know they're not going to do it this year, but I think it'd be the best for Trey Lance. What about a 2-quarterback system? Jimmy Garoppolo starting, and then Trey Lance comes in for specialized plays, and he already has to play in his head. Kyle Shanahan kind of telling him what the play is, and he comes in sparingly, and Jimmy Garoppolo is still our leader, but we still get a little bit of Trey Lance. But
well, I'll tell you why.
Didn't we see that movie last year? Come on.
They tried that, and Kyle Shanahan,
and what did John Madden say? You got 2 on 1 thing.
I'll just do it because they tried that already last year. When Kyle said it, he got out of rhythm as a play caller. When Trey Lance came into the game, it threw off Kyle Shanahan's real game plan. So
you sound like Lowell Cone when you do that.
I don't even. Yeah. I have no idea who I sound like, but the point is they tried to do that last year, and he scrapped it after week 2 or 3.
And who's ever won doing that? You know what?
Woodley and Don Strock or something.
What about
well, he ain't here to defend himself.
Why would he defend himself?
No, I'm talking about Spadoni. He said Federer was the best male tennis player ever, and you and I we threw names at him that, hey, dude is awesome.
I agree.
But I don't think he's the best by far.
I'm with Spadoni.
Yeah. Hashtag random.
Couldn't care less.
Well, you did when we talked about it.
That was off the show. I do that to humor you guys. Antonio in Oakland.
The town.
What's up, Antonio? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Trey Lance, man, like, he got to win this game because, I mean, not all by himself, The stars have to play like stars, and that's why we didn't win the last game. Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Kittle was out. Deebo Samuel didn't play that great. But Trey Lance is the most hyped quarterback to come out since another guy who played Bay Area quarterback, Andrew Luck, out of Stanford. So he got to deliver some wins, man, at some point, man. But right now, he's not ready, and I don't think they're going to go to Jimmy, and I don't think they should unless it's an injury, But at the same time, the last 44 games, the Niners have scored 10 or fewer in 2 of them, and Trey Lance was a starter for both. So I'm just saying. But I'm letting them know. Yeah. We can't,
Yeah. Appreciate the call.
And I saw you think, come on, help us out. What? I didn't know that. The 10 points, and the last time they did it, they were that's when you're trying to cook the books. He started 1 game in a monsoon.
How many
Come on. I found that to be, what are we doing here?
Did Andrew Luck go to Stanford for like 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, he did. That's how he sounds when he talks.
So in other words, Andrew Luck played 60 college games,
Oh, okay.
At Stanford. So, Antonio, we cannot compare Trey Lance, who's played 19 Division I AA games.
Talk to me, Steiny. Yeah.
One AA game.
Kyler Murray on line 1 for most hype quarterback coming out of college.
There you go.
How'd they do week 1? Huh? Dude, they look bad.
So did 16 other teams. Yeah, Greg is in Oakland. What's up, Greg?
Hey, how you guys doing? Great show today. Hey, I just want to throw down my 2 cents about Trey. I saw a couple of moments of brilliance.
Yeah.
In him, and the way I'm watching this thing is that it's like a long shot in a horse race. Coming out of the outside gate, if he gets to the second furlong, whether it's half a season, whether it's next season, if he gets anywhere, these guys, if he gets us to the NFC. These guys are going to enter the pantheon of like Bill Walsh and Carmen Policy. This is going to be seen as a really, really somebody saw something up front, and that's amazing. And so I like to hold that thought and I'm right behind Trey all the way.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
There you go. That's a diehard.
It is.
Yep.
I was talking to Evan before the show, and I said to myself,
well, you weren't talking to him then. You're talking to yourself.
So I said,
he gave you 3.
Let's go to Rolando. Rolando's in Napa. What's going on, Rolando? How you doing, man? Hey, buddy.
Doing good. I'm a big fan of your show. I'm a real Niners fan, and I'm not like the other Niner fans who, after one game, the sky's fallen and we need a quarterback change. And I just want to make this point out.
Yes, on 3-way. What? Remember 3-way? What happened there?
Can we?
Yeah.
I know we got 3 more minutes, but can we get out right now?
Man.
All right, so I was talking to Evan out loud, and I said to him, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to really happen? Make a prediction. And he told me his. And this is what I think is going to happen.
I love it.
Because there's going to be some skating done, but I think the bottom line is I think Kyle Shanahan knows that he's still got a little bit of a project on his hands with Trey Lance, clearly. And what I think is he realizes that right now he's kind of a one-dimensional quarterback. His running far exceeds his passing. And so I think he figured that out sometime this summer and realized if we're going to play Trey Lance, we must put him in harm's way. We must allow him to use his feet because he's not yet ready to do it from the pocket. We can't ask him to do it just from the pocket because he'll look bad. So we must allow him to run because if we don't, we're taking away half his game. So we're going to allow him to run, but now we know he may get hurt. And that's what I think is going to end up happening. And it's kind of maybe take everybody off the hook. And I'm not hating on anybody or wishing anybody, but I think we all agree Trey Lance can't last 17 games if they're like game 1. So unfortunately, that's kind of what I see happening. Even if it's, Trey gets nicked up for a few games, but
I hope you're wrong, and I don't think they have that built in.
He has to run the ball. Otherwise, the 49ers are saying, hey, guys, we're going to play one-dimensional football.
He threw it 28 times last week, Steiny.
And where does that rank with the whole rest? Is that a lot?
For me, I thought he'd be on a shorter leash.
Especially in the rain. Especially in the rain. All right, when we come back, 888-957-9570 is the number. We were talking about some of the things you saw maybe on Sunday that gave you some hope with Trey Lance. Where did he look good? I listed about 3 or 4 things that I really liked about him on Sunday. Is there anything you like about him that you saw? Also, Kyle Shanahan. Guru says he's under pressure. Is he? Is he really? We can delve into that. It's all brought to you by BMW Fairfield, now open in the Fairfield Auto Mall. They provide a luxurious, all-encompassing experience to address all your BMW needs. Visit BMW.com today to book your visit. That's BMW.com.
The best place to be before kickoff.
It's the kickoff show.
There's two primary questions with Trey Lance. Is he going to bail out of the pocket after the first read? The other question is, how precise can Trey be with the ball placement?
Larry Krueger and Lorenzo Neal get you ready for Niners Seahawks. Sponsored by Harris Ranch Beef and Jim Beam Bourbon Whiskey.
Are you ready for your palm reading, my dear?
Yeah, let's do this.
I sense that you crave something.
More reliable.
Right. You know you deserve better and want out of a relationship.
Yes, with my big name wireless carrier.
You're who now?
My big name wireless carrier. That's why I switched to Xfinity Mobile. Now I get unlimited with 5G for $30 per month on the most reliable 5G network.
Let's talk about your aura. It's so...
And get this. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, that's actually really impressive.
Yep, but you already knew that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I definitely saw this coming.
Start seeing savings today. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line per month. Switch today. Xfinity Internet required. Price comparison for 2 unlimited lines under available 5G pricing plans of top 3 carriers. Taxes and fees extra. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes of usage per line. Most reliable based on root metrics. US report. Comcast analysis of mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data from Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Q2 2022.
As you know, sports teams plan well ahead of the next season. If you're thinking of remodeling your home, consider the same strategy. Talk with your designer or builder now about your next project. Golden State Window and Door has new inventory coming online. Milgard, Anderson, and Marvin. See Golden State Window and Door's wide variety of accessories at convenient showrooms across the Bay Area or goldenstatelumber.com since 1954. Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
I did a site visit and the space is absolutely incredible.
Este's Reiki Clinic is opening another studio across town.
But there's a lot to wrap up.
But staffing an entire office requires more than just deep breathing.
Receptionist and at least 4 new practitioners.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. An oil change with quality oil like Castrol Edge Full Synthetic can help your engine get more out of every tank. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Visit Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill September 23rd through September 25th for their fall clearance sale event and take advantage of one-of-a-kind opportunities. Visit Friedman's Appliance Fall Clearance Sale event for the best time to save on new appliances for your home.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
It's the bottom of the ninth, the game's on the line, and your small business needs a loan fast. What's your move? Go to OnDeck.com, America's largest online small business lender. With OnDeck, you can apply in minutes, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Go to OnDeck.com. Your loan is on deck. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank, a Utah Chartered Industrial Bank member FDIC. Limited eligibility for same-day funding. OnDeck does not lend in every state. All loans subject to lender approval.
The gamer, the call maker, the experience chaser. What if you could be everything all at once? Galaxy Z Fold 4 is powered by the Snapdragon processor for world-class performance and lightning-fast speed to turbocharge your multitasking. How about an expansive edge-to-edge screen for immersive gaming, hands-free video calls with flex mode, and multi-window view to use up to 3 apps at the same time? With Galaxy Z Fold 4, do more with ease and make multitasking a breeze. Available now at Samsung.com.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
This is James Wiseman, and you are listening to Steiny. Okay. This is James Wiseman, and you are listening to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, here's what we got coming up. 2 o'clock, Cam Inman, Bay Area News Group. I'll tell you what, I'm coming at him.
You going to Cam?
Yep. I'm gonna ask him to defend not asking Shanahan if he thought about Garoppolo. And, of course, I know what his answer is going to be like. Oh, Steiny, that's a bad question. And then I'll say,
Cam might be like,
or that's too early for that. Or there's going to be a valid reason why Cam says the media didn't ask Shanahan about whether he thought about going to Garoppolo.
And the more games go by, and if things ain't rosy, somebody could steal your question, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then I will say they ask that in other big boy. I won't say. Cam's the best.
Yeah. One of them. We got a lot.
And then 2:30, KJ Wright, linebacker, played a long time with Seattle.
Legion of Boom, baby.
Bobby Wagner's cohort. Mm-hmm.
What about Richard Sherman's cohort? Dude, Richard, and I want to find out why he don't like Russ. Hey, pretty boy, something ain't right.
I'm starting not to like Richard Sherman a little bit. I used to like him.
He been going in on Russ.
Now I'm ambivalent. But anyway, I was just thinking about it. So you're a linebacker, and Trey Lance is coming into town. Can you imagine the great linebackers coming in against a rookie quarterback?
Oh,
They
man.
must just be.
Yeah. But he's got Kyle to come up with a game plan, Steiny. Keep him out of harm's way. And you know Kyle takes advantage of porous linebackers, and that's what Seattle has.
He does.
Ain't no Legion of Boom.
And he's ridden that all the way to a 39-43 record.
Super Bowl 2019, and I don't wear Kyle underwear.
What about the noise?
I just don't account for it. That's just outside of here, and doesn't really have to do with what we're doing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Started the show with Guru saying he thinks Shanahan's under some pressure. I want you to define pressure.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's under much pressure at all. Or not right now. I mean, do you want to go into? No. But pressure? Nah. And then I created a list of everything I saw at Trey Lance Sunday that I liked. A lot of people said we're being a little too negative. Just some of the things real quick before we get to your calls. Love the kid's composure and toughness. He's definitely acts the part of a quarterback, and he looks like he's a leader from afar. He didn't get rattled on Sunday, even when things were going a little haywire. He never looked like a chicken with his head cut off, so that's a good thing. Obviously, his arm is better than Jimmy Garoppolo's arm, which gives him the ability to stretch the field a little more, and he'll get more accurate. So, yes, the arm is, to me, legit. And then the third thing for me was his instinct as a runner. I thought was pretty good. And again, he's going to have to learn how to slide and get down quicker. But I thought he knows what he's doing when he's got the football in his hands, and he's kind of looking upfield and thinking about himself as a runner. And the 3rd and 13 that he turned into a 15-yard gain. I mean, that's the play. Yeah. That's the play that if he makes, and it can go along with good, solid quarterback play, now the kid's going to be really good.
Yeah, and we saw that. I don't know if you were watching, Todd. You might have been in London, but we saw that against the Packers when he and I were watching the game. I know it's preseason, but he showed his legs and he kept some drives alive. So I like that. But you're just giving him he's going to learn how to slide. And if you're concerned more than I am about him getting hurt, I mean, learning how to slide can prevent you from getting hurt. And we see other more experienced quarterbacks, but the Kyler Murrays that look like they're playing a game with the defenders. You can't touch me, but I ran and got a first down and got out of bounds. Russell Wilson in his prime sliding. It's imperative that he masters this or gets better at it. And I'm going to say this because a lot of people throwing Josh Allen around. Steiny, last Thursday, I don't know what Josh was doing, but I know what he wasn't doing, keeping himself in Buffalo season out of harm's way. So with that, Trey, you got to get down, buddy. Live to play another down. But again, we can go at the history of the NFL to where 0-2 teams, and I know they haven't lost to Seattle, but damn, Steiny, the pressure's on Kyle because you invited the circus to town when you retained the services of Jimmy Garoppolo. That's going nowhere. Forget how Trey performs, okay? So now you got Seattle, 1 o'clock game. You got to have your team ready to play. And 2 passes to Debo, 2 passes to Ayuk. I'm not putting that at Trey.
Why?
I'm just because
it was
just
running,
a mess.
You know they were running around free and he was missing them?
No, he missed Croft on one, and I know that's one. I'm hanging on to it, but that's just one throw. But I'm telling you, the home crowd is watching. The noise is already there just because, and I want to see the Niners, not
I just
Trey.
don't account for it. That's just outside of here, and it doesn't really have to do with
How
what we're
about
doing,
Trey, Debo, and Ayuk? You know, they want to put up numbers, and the fact that they
want to put up numbers?
Yeah, that's not going to get it done.
Get that?
Are we going to get
How about they want to win the game?
Well, that too.
They want to
Debo fumbles.
If Debo, you know what? Maybe. Hey, are you saying something here? Maybe you're saying Debo just is playing for the numbers. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Ayuk and Debo are just playing because
you want to feed your receivers. Yeah.
All right.
Your boy in
Maybe
Minnesota said he wants to get 2K, and he throws his hands up left and right when Cousins don't give him the ball, just like Diggs did.
Yeah.
Used to.
You want Cousins right now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Jefferson, excuse me.
Yeah,
Justin
Jefferson.
A bad dude.
There's one other thing.
So you admit there's some, like you don't want to go 0-2. I don't care if Jesus was your quarterback.
Yeah, of course. But do I think it's a death knell? No.
And I ain't saying that either.
And here's the other thing.
All hell would break loose that Monday.
Can I give you a little context?
Yeah.
So, we don't know what the stat is, but teams that start out 0-2. All right. For for half the league's existence, they played 14 games. So being 0-2 in a 14-game season is a lot different than a 17-game season.
I'll give you that.
That's basically what I'm saying. 3 more games. Let's go to. God, we got some good callers. Yeah, okay. Trey Lance defending him. These are the comments. You ready? One guy wants to talk about Trey Lance, wants to defend Trey Lance. Another guy wants to say, I'm a Jimmy fan. The other one, not a fan, but wants to talk about Garoppolo. Mark thinks we're going to see Garoppolo at some point. Or I could just pick up the phone. I'm going to go with JB in San Francisco. I'm playing a game by myself that nobody else is playing.
You're smiling.
And I don't know why I'm doing it. All right. Hey, what's up, buddy? Steinmetz isn't a normal host. Steinmetz isn't really like a professional host.
But you had to see the way he said it. That's pretty good. I forgot that one. But that didn't make you feel good. You're unique.
He's the Gamo.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Polo. What's up, Polo? Redwood City.
Look.
What's up? Hey, I want to say this, man. Hey, I like Jimmy. I know I'm a Jimmy fan, but I just don't know why we're not waiting on this, man. Why are we so in a rush? I know we spent 3 draft picks on him and everything, but what you got to prove to everybody, Shanahan, that you didn't make a mistake in a draft? Well, we know you did because we got a good quarterback. His time is next year. With that being said, with Trey, when he had success in college, he had speedy receivers. We don't got speedy receivers. That's why he got a good one too. So if we can go out there and get like an Odell Beckham to help out these other young cats like Debo and them to stretch that field for him and get Trey Lance in a deep play action mode, a deep like Russell Wilson in his play action. We do play action. He fall back deep and throw that ball. If we can get that out of Trey Lance and none of these check downs that we keep doing, like Jimmy G be doing all these check downs, and that's what led us to the Super Bowl and with these check downs. He can add that to his game. We'd be straight.
All right, Polo, I got check down.
Well, look at you.
Get you off the line.
Throw it in the flat.
Exactly. You know what, though, let me paraphrase what Polo said, and I'll just ask the question to you.
Yeah.
What is the rush? What's the rush with Trey Lance?
Our new society and the price.
So
the price tag, Steiny. I'm with
you. Say our new.
Go ahead.
Why the rush?
Because of our new society. We're in the
don't
micro.
account for it. That's just outside of here, and doesn't really have to do with what we're doing.
That has nothing to do. He's saying that.
But that's coach speak. He's almost lying without lying. We're in a microwave, I don't know if you know it or not, society. We want now.
I think you got to stick to your guns and bite that bullet, though, if the right decision is to play Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay. Well, it's not, because, listen, this is where the pressure comes from. And we need to get off Trey and on to Kyle. He's telling us by naming him this kid the starter, Steiny, he's ready. And like Martin Luther King, he shall overcome any turbulence, and there'll be turbulence. And I guess Sunday was turbulence.
By the way, I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh.
And we didn't talk about it. I don't know if we're going to get to it today. Did we talk about? I went to the African American History Museum when I was in Washington, D.C.
You didn't tell me, and my family went without me, and they said they could. My wife said they could have stayed there. They did for 3 hours.
Oh, I was there for 3.
Come on,
3. It's incredible. It's
you
incredible.
Went in? I'm liking you more.
No, it's incredible. It's
Dude, I can't believe you just randomly said that.
Well, you said Martin Luther King, and that jogged my memory.
Yeah, I have a dream.
You can hear the whole speech there. Obviously, everything.
How long did it take you to get in, or did you just go?
We had tickets.
Oh, so
my daughter's kind of a big deal in DC. You know, I mean,
but if you didn't, to the average by the way, you got to wait in a line like around the corner.
But it's free. It's free. All the national Smithsonians, I think, are free.
Give me the video component, or were there people talking?
Well, there's video all over
at every station light.
Yeah, so it's 3. It's 3 floors.
Oh my God!
Guru and I are talking about the African American History Museum in Washington, D.C.
You didn't be in, and I ain't being.
There's 3 floors. Yeah. You start at the bottom, and you just kind of work your way up. But each floor's big. So the first thing was slavery.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's all about slaves coming over, but it's so comprehensive. And there'll be some videos playing. They're not all the same at the same time.
Okay.
But like you can listen to somebody talk about the period that you're looking at and all that stuff. And while the thing that to me was incredible about it, while it's immense and it's vast, it comes at you in ingestible sizes.
Right.
Like you can go up and you read 3 or 4 paragraphs. Tuskegee Airmen.
Oh man.
You can spend 5 minutes, watching a little video and reading and getting that on the.
That is wow, man. I gotta get there.
Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
You do all that kind of stuff. But anyway, and then the second floor is reconstruction. And I'll tell you what, I got a lot to learn. I had a lot to learn about that. And then the 4th is basically civil rights, and so it kind of goes from like at the end. The end is a little more uplifting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to go.
But the history is definitely there.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable,
man.
You know me, I'm into the Black Panthers and Malcolm X.
Shout out to the Oakland.
Yeah, they had stuff that I hadn't really seen.
You know what? Speaking of which, I guess we can transition. No, in the green room. Because my old sayings, I'm Malcolm X when I need to be.
Right.
And my criticism of black quarterbacks like Dak, I hate when I have to do it because I know the plight of Warren Moon and black quarterbacks and the stigma that's still there. But what floored me, I'm listening to the morning guys today and Mike Martz and that criticism, and I kind of said yes to you when we played it yesterday, kind of, Steiny, was that over the top? That sounded personal, but people brought up the racial element of it. And you said, Goo, you can speak to it more than I can. And I said to you, well, technically I can, but I can't. Did you get any of that from March yesterday? And I brought this up with Ray Ratto, Steiny. Because did I miss something? I asked you a question, then I talk. I had to check myself. I got chills hearing the guys in the morning. Like, did I omit that? Because it's, I'm on everything, Steiny. Like, I can smell it. But I didn't check myself on. Was there racial undertones with March's criticism of Lance?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't take it that way,
and I sure didn't. But shame on me.
It doesn't matter. Kind of doesn't matter how I take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how I take it. That's not the issue.
I wonder if anybody out in the football world has kind of said that was foul. And I'm not saying it takes them to make that, but it was it. When I heard them break it up, I said, shame. I was Steiny like, man.
You know what? How about this?
And March was on with
How about
Willard
this? Instead of
Dibs.
Well, because you and I both don't think there is that component yet.
Well, see, I'm not there. I'm still in the investigation. I'm first 48 now. Because I'm checking myself that I didn't.
I'll do it the other way. You know who's a scumbag?
Oh.
Brett Favre.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. What are you doing?
Well, he's robbing from the poor is what you're doing. Oh. How much did you make in your career for damn volleyball? Steiny, man, oh, man.
This is
I love
one of
you
those
for bringing
things.
that.
This
You
is one
on
of those
fire,
things,
man.
as far as I'm concerned, you got to go into hiding, and you got to go into hiding for a long time.
Oh, man.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. I don't want to jump
back to the Niners.
It's real. I love you for bringing that up because I forgot, man.
Matt in Napa. Yep. Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Hey, guys, I'm just trying to talk Niners for a minute.
Cool.
There's all the excuses they can make here about game one of, there's no Kittle, the rain, and, Trey Lance being, not a rookie, but a first-year quarterback. But the thing I really start to get concerned about is you've seen Shanahan with Hoyer, Mullins, Beathard, Jimmy, Lance, and I don't know if somebody else made a start those first, maybe year or two there. He continues getting up by 10 points at halftime.
Oh, man.
And losing. He can't seem to win with anybody but Jimmy, and I'm not saying Trey Lance isn't good. We haven't seen enough of him yet to really have an opinion on that. But he's had multiple quarterbacks, a team that looks good, running backs that look great and continue to get hurt, and he runs through them one after the other. And the big consistent thing is Kyle Shanahan, and I'm sort of wondering. I know his job isn't in danger, but I see the pressure. I
got what you're saying.
He was talking about.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate the call.
I agree with Matt wholeheartedly. So, what if we, real quick, what if we went out to the cafeteria, just went out drinking, and we had we got to a certain level to where
who are we drinking with?
Just you and me.
Okay.
And then you have 4 drinks, and then you get in fights, and it happened 3 times.
Okay.
Would I be wrong to tell my friends or my wife, you know what? That Steiny's a good dude, but when he drinks, he seems to we get in trouble. We start a fight. That's this 10-point thing that I think people got their head buried in sand like it's no big deal. So it is a big deal, and it happened on the biggest stages twice.
Do you think there's something? Is it the comebacks or is it the number 10?
No, it's the Finkster muscle tightening up when you got a lead. Huh? You don't think there's nothing there? I wholeheartedly agree with Matt.
Oh, come on, halftime Jay.
He's been. What did he say?
Guru, Steiny doesn't want to touch racial undertones. That's right. I want to touch racial overtones.
You brought
I'll touch racial overtones. Yeah. My main man.
Rutherford's dad. He was in the Black Panthers. Shout out to West Oakland.
Was he?
Yep.
I'd love to talk to him about it sometime, and I'm dead serious. Real. Tell Rutherford to come by Friday. By the way, it's the first since the pandemic, everybody.
Right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's been big timing with Handy.
Tomorrow, Payday Friday. You know what that means? At 2:54, Guru and myself and members of our staff go down to the Old Ship, which is on the 700 block of Battery Street in downtown San Francisco. You want to say hi to the man with the most magnetism in the Bay? That would be Daryl the Guru Johnson.
What?
He will be available there to talk to. Once again, it's our first one since the pandemic, but we'll be at the Old Ship.
And guess who
tomorrow
won't be
on
there?
a payday Friday. Don't spoil it.
Okay, all right.
You know what? I'm working on a sub.
Okay, because I didn't like it, but then I go, why? He goes, I got to work. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Let's go to.
I was disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Keenan. Keenan's in Pleasanton. What's up, Keenan?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Just want to talk Niners and talk Jimmy G for a second here.
All right.
My big thing, everyone's acting like Jimmy G is casting this huge shadow over Trey. It's Jimmy Garoppolo. He did not. I love the guy. He did some stuff for us, but he never got us there. There were so many moments where we were so close. Rams game last year. If it was a quarterback with some feet, maybe we could have gotten it. Time on the clock. Robbie Gould, loaded, ready to kick it. It's like if we had Lance, maybe Lance could have extended the play. I just hate that. It's not this Hall of Fame quarterback behind
Gotcha.
Lance that's casting the shadow over him. Give the guy a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate the call, Keenan.
Yeah.
And certainly that's a fair point.
That is fair.
I like to kind of, people say incite. I don't think that's what I try to do. I try to prod Jimmy, a little bit.
Or you pick Dallas to beat the Warriors.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Did that for.
I did, Yeah.
That one.
That's the only time I ever worried about you at nighttime. I saw your Twitter. I said, dude, I hope he's handling this well. I was going to call.
I kind of feel like talking about that again because that really got under my skin a little bit. What food is good at the old ship? It's all good, man.
For real. Dude, chicken Caesar salad?
Let's not.
Grilled chicken?
Let's not go.
I'm going to get one today.
What if I just said this? And I'm going to use a phrase.
Steiny, I'm getting hot.
Just stop interrupting me because I'm throwing this right at you.
Yeah.
This is right down your alley.
I'm breaking down.
You know that phrase? Boy, they really put him in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
Did the 49ers put Trey Lance in a position to succeed?
I believe one of the best.
You believe they put...
This team was just in the NFC Championship game.
You believe that having Jimmy Garoppolo as the backup is giving Trey Lance, making it is he being put in a position of strength with Jimmy Garoppolo looking over his shoulder?
You know what?
There's an incongruity there.
Listen, I'm the same partner you had last year that said Jimmy should be gone and Trey should be the starter. I said that to you. But now if the glimpse or just the silhouette of Jimmy Garoppolo is going to do something to Trey Lance's psyche, then we're going gaga goo goo and you're babying him. And I feel like there was I wanted to say there was a message being sent, but Trey, this is your opportunity. So to answer your question, Steiny, no. Trey is a grown-ass man. You already like his lexicon. You like his psyche. He sounds like a grown-up. I don't think he's so weak-minded to where, but I get it. Oh, my bet you guys kept your formers. No, man. So I'm going to say they put him in the best position because guess who didn't have this situation? Mac Jones, Justin Fields, our guy in Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence.
They all got drafted to S shows, and I can't say the S word. This is football paradise for a young quarterback. So we thought... And that's why my eyes and binoculars, the deer hunting binoculars, I'm looking at the O-line.
What did you say? Put him in football
paradise.
Yeah, and that's where I disagree with you.
This is a limousine.
I don't think playing quarterback under Kyle Shanahan is paradise. I don't.
We are all waiting for you to expand. Jimmy Garoppolo got to the Super Bowl with this team.
You're misunderstanding me. I don't necessarily think Garoppolo is a big fan of Shanahan. Shanahan is too critical of his quarterbacks. Like you can just tell he is by his body language. You
got to expand when we get back.
Clearly doesn't like the Jimmy can't whatever. I don't know, second read, third read, whatever that read is, he can't get to it. and Shanahan knows that. And Shanahan also knows, we can't run a fly pattern. Jimmy, because he can't reach him. Like, that's what I think. But, again, that's a hunch. I just don't think it's a lot of fun to play quarterback under Shanahan, even though, I guess as far as creativity goes, it would be. All right. man, we got action. We got action coming up on the other side. Kyle Shanahan, pressure? Not really. You tell me. Hey, let's just go to commercial.
Come into Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill September 23rd through September 25th for their fall clearance sale event. Take advantage of factory direct prices, one-of-a-kind opportunities, special pricing on floor models, and convenient financing. And save on new appliances from trusted brands like Miele, Bosch, Electrolux, LG, and Maytag. Visit Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill for their fall clearance sale event September 23rd through September 25th for the best time to save on new appliances for your home.
Score big with Xfinity Internet. It's made to do anything, so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with the game-changing speed of supersonic Wi-Fi. With 3 times more bandwidth, it covers the field and then some. And blocks billions of threats with advanced security that helps keep you protected at home and on the go. If you're keeping score, that's internet that does it all. That's unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Attention veterans. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you and your family may be victims of toxic water poisoning. Cancers, birth defects, deadly illnesses have all been linked to the contaminated water. Congress is now holding the government accountable. You could be awarded financial compensation for your suffering, but you must act now. Visit sickvets.com for your free case review by True Law. That's sickvets, like veterans.com. sickvets.com. Visit sickvets.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
At Left Coast Buyers, we buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-434-5000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-434-5000. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000. That's 925-434-5000.
The Golf Mart, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving Northern California golfers for over 30 years.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
New on Curiosity Stream. How did a dropped beaker lead to bulletproof glass? A botched batch of cheese lead to tofu? War lead to the Slinky? Discover the accidents behind the inventions that changed everything. It's Oops, I Changed the World. And the raid that killed Osama bin Laden produced a bounty of private documents now made public. It's the inside story you didn't know. Osama bin Laden up close and personal. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Gorillas are bringing that new goal to Chase Center September 21st with special guest Earth Gang. For more info and tickets, get to our events page at 957thegame.com.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
Hey, take a pair of friends separated by 500 miles but united by their love of football. Give them a podcast and you get First and Pod. Danny Parkins and Andrew Filipponi. They're going to get you ready for week 2 with in-depth previews on every game. Give them 40 minutes and they'll give you the league. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Follow First and Pod on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Couple pieces of news to pass along, Goo.
Okay.
49er news.
Give it to me.
George Kittle, Daniel Brunskill, both not practicing. And Trent Williams is participating after his usual Wednesday off.
Well, that's good news, but, Stoney, what did they say? If you ain't practiced Thursday, you probably ain't playing in the game.
Right.
Damn, who saw Kittle not being available the first 8 quarters? 2 games.
Well, many people will say, I did. I'm not,
right.
because
Your victory lap.
he only plays 80% of the games. Not me. Not me.
But, man, that is a big deal, man. I just think of like Sunday's game.
Hey.
Well, go ahead.
Did you hear my idea?
No, I'm laughing.
Hey, Kyle Shanahan, you heard it here first. Go ahead and do it. Just make George Kittle. Just make him a tackle. Yeah. Just go ahead and make him a tackle already.
You're baiting me. Yeah. As long as that tickles your feelings. The dude's raw, man. When you think he's coming back? They got a Monday night game against Denver.
How the hell do I know when he's coming back?
Next week.
Uh-oh.
What if they don't have him ready
good,
for
he's
that?
got an extra day.
No, look, that's excellent. Man, I cannot wait.
You got to go out there and be tough.
Oh, Sunday night. I said Monday.
What?
The game against Denver. Sunday night primetime.
Let's go to Priest. Hey, Priest, how you doing, man?
Thanks, Lucas.
All right. How you doing? Hey,
doing all right.
Hey.
And I just want to say something about Trey Lance. I was listening to Mike Marsh. Listen, man. This kid, when you look at Herbert and Mahomes, guys like that, Herbert spent 3 years at Oregon under a quarterback coach, getting his apprenticeship. Same thing with Mahomes. Same thing with a few of these cats, man, that come out and look a little bit better. This kid did not get that. It's like asking Jonathan Kuminga to look like he played 3 years under successful. See, my point in time, I hate when kids come out and go to programs in the NFL, and the kid gets blamed for everything. The program he went to never gets any blame. You understand me? See, this kid, man, has not had a chance to get his feet under him. And all this pressure is being thrown on. They talk about winning the Super Bowl. They're not even winning those Super Bowl, man. They're point blank in the period. They ain't listen. Shanahan took 3 first-round picks because he was desperate to get a guy at the helm to compete with them cats that's out there.
Yep.
This kid, this does not deserve. Mike was talking about he needs to be able to handle it.
Thanks, Priest. Appreciate the call. I'm with Priest. We're talking about Trey Lance and that old saying.
I'm listening. We love you, Priest.
We put him in a position to succeed. Have the 49ers put Trey Lance in a position to succeed? I think it's convoluted. Yeah, he's got a great team.
That's all that counts.
No, it isn't.
What am I missing?
No, it isn't. That he might not be ready. That they brought back the starting quarterback from last year, which we all acknowledge is unusual.
Well, he's not 18. He's 22.
You know what?
And he's not going to tell, hey, guys, don't draft me. I'm not ready.
Here's what I think of Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. I think he expects too much from the quarterback. I actually think sometimes it feels like he wants him to be able to do things that very few quarterbacks could pull off, if you know what I mean. And that's why I kind of said, I bet it is kind of tough to be a quarterback in a Shanahan system in terms of dealing with him. Not that his stuff doesn't work. It works. He's a hell of a mind.
Okay. That we both agree on. And I'll say this. Until we see Trey Lance relieved of his starting duties, and again, if you're listening, hopefully we don't see that, because I was talking to the boss this morning. I said, I'm rooting for the kid. But Steiny, I won't buy into what you just said until that day happens, because if you're telling me he expects so much, that would signal to me that he knows, okay, he's not ready to give me that.
You want okay, I got it.
Because RG3 was a rookie.
I got it.
And got Rookie of the Year. This is on his resume. He wasn't head coach. He was offensive coordinator. And he made RG3 the talk of the league. Matt Ryan, the only time he hoisted up an MVP trophy and got to the Super Bowl, it was under the tutelage of Kyle Shanahan. Those are things I don't think anybody can take away from Kyle.
But he's not an offensive coordinator anymore. He's a head. He's a head coach.
But he's calling the plays for Trey in that role.
I got it. I finally got it. I finally figured out. I figured the ad.
Real quick before you say it, Priest said they're not going to the Super Bowl. You don't know that, Priest.
I agree with Priest because I don't think
that's too early to tell.
Priest. You know what? You and I got to take advantage of this, Priest, because everything you said today, I agreed with you, and we don't always agree. You know what this is like? An
analogy.
Because the quarterback situation is so big. This would be like the Golden State Warriors saying, all right, we want to repeat this year.
Okay.
And we're also starting Wiseman at center and Kuminga at power forward, and Looney and Draymond are coming off the bench. Now go win a championship, Warriors.
Shasky said something like that this morning.
Did he?
Yeah. But it's different in basketball than football, though, Steiny.
No, it isn't.
This position is...
That's why I put two guys.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I said two guys.
Yeah. But there would be no justification on an NBA hardwood that you would have the two guys that you're talking about replaced by the youngsters.
No, there would. Whatever Kyle's rationale is,
man. Okay, the rationale let's be honest here. He wanted more dynamic play from his quarterback.
Okay.
Trey possesses those, but can he go out and demonstrate week in and week out? And I understand people that the first couple cracks at it. Who did I hear this morning? Bonte or one of them. They were talking about what was your third show like on the radio? Or your third show on TV. Like, that was a perfect example. Like, probably not your best. Not what it would be, after you get seasoned. Like a good meal or good. Come on now. He wanted a quarterback that could be more dynamic, and you just jotted down on your list that the arm is there, the throws, when completed, the feet, he can go out the pocket. Like, those are two big things. I just don't think Kyle's like, oh, man, I'm petrified. This kid ain't going to show it.
We'll see.
And that's why I said week 12 before they even thought of a change. Peter King said after week 2. You said week 7, I believe.
I just think, and people got on me for this.
Yeah.
And
they get on us for having
I'll put it another way. And I said, you cannot continue to run Trey Lance like they have in his first 3 games. He will get hurt.
He already got hurt in Arizona.
So
I'll give you that.
That is the way I see the season playing out, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I feel like this kid is not going to be able to stay healthy, and Jimmy Garoppolo will be the quarterback at some point.
Okay, you know what, Steiny? We got a goat to put on the table. This morning we were talking about arrogance, and I said, "Who's the lead back this Sunday?" You told me it don't matter because Kyle.
I said Trey Lance.
Yeah, I'm talking about outside of Trey.
Oh,
and you said the reason, Goo, is he feels like it can be anybody.
Yeah.
Are we so sure that that's the right method? Because every season, and I love Mitchell, he shocked everybody, Steiny, 6th-round pick, but now he's hurt again. So is it arrogance to think, oh, no big deal? It is a big deal, but you're thinking Kyle's like, hey, Goo.
No excuse. You can't.
Don't tell me.
You cannot treat the running back position like running backs are a dime a dozen and then blame the loss of a running back on a loss, on a defeat. Why would you do that? And when you say, are we so sure Shanahan's doing it the right way with his backfield?
Right.
Well, I mean, his signature is the 49ers running game. That's their signature. So you tell me.
But yet we don't have a back. You pointed it out yesterday, his 4th-and-1 problems that he could give to, like an old Roger Craig or Earl Campbell. Like
they don't have Earl Campbell.
Is that when it bites him in the ass? Is when you need a short yardage and you got to trick everybody out?
Did you think
trick Trent Williams into getting a false start in the playoff game against Dallas, and you had to punt the ball when that should have never happened? Like. To me,
was Mostert that back?
I thought he was.
You didn't know
you said he could run.
You didn't know. We didn't know it at the time. We didn't say, boy, Mostert's going to be a big boy in this offense. No, he had that one good year, and then you're like Mostert, and then
he got hurt. And this is Elijah's 2nd time getting hurt. I just, like I said Sunday, the Niners run game. Are we so sure? And I'm watching. The O-line's a big part of that, but Seattle could be like, we ain't scared of none of their backs.
See, I don't think that's where I disagree. Okay. I don't think the Seattle Seahawks are like
KJ Wright.
Okay, that's a great point. We can ask him. Remind me to ask him this. The Seahawks are like, hey, did you see Mitchell's out? They're not going to be able to run the ball like they normally do. You would not be saying that if you're Seattle.
Okay, I can't
Elijah Mitchell was a 6th-round pick last year. I'm not denigrating him, but it's not like, hey, we got to change our defensive game plan to.
But he showed you he was a baller, though, Steiny.
He's fine.
Okay. It's no big deal for you then.
No, it's not a big deal for me. Kyle Shanahan's teams have had 5 different rushing leaders, 5 different years. Don't tell me that this running back, Elijah Mitchell, is so important that the 49ers can't win without him.
Well, I guess where I'm going, Steiny, it's not important. It's continuity.
Okay, well, look, deal with it. It's the NFL.
So you're going Charlie Sheen, platoon.
Just
platoons.
You're running
Giants.
Your running back. Your running back's hurt. Go out and win the game. I mean,
again, tight ends hurt.
We're giving Kyle that. Oh, you didn't have Kittle in game 1. Oh, well then you know what? Take that loss. Take that loss off Kyle's ledger.
Yeah. I didn't.
You know what?
It was a monsoon.
That's what we're doing.
So take it off the ledger.
I don't know. I have Kyle's record at 26-3. Because
I'm gonna give you
all his losses, they had nothing. He had nothing to do with it.
You know what I mean, man.
By the way, we got Cam Inman 2:00. I'll be coming down his road in a big way.
You keep hyping it. Don't get scared, as they say in the streets.
But tell Cam when he calls in that I'm going to give him grief, though. I don't want to blindside him. And then 2:30, KJ Wright played linebacker for Seattle, and no, that's great. That's a great idea to ask him that question. I just forgot what it was, so hopefully you wrote it down.
That's right. Oh, I got it.
Zach's in San Jose. What's up, Zach?
Afternoon, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Doing well.
Good. I have a couple things I want to maybe ask. I'm actually a Raiders fan, but I follow the Bay Area sports, and I think this Trey Lance issue is kind of interesting. I mean, the kid is multi-talented. I'll give him that. But do you guys think that there is possibly a issue, or not issue, but like maybe when it comes down to it, when say the kid isn't playing too bad, but he's just not getting the wins, and this team is the way it looks is built to win now. You know, but maybe the kids are just not getting the wins, and maybe they're in a position where they need to get a few wins to qualify for the playoffs. Do you think maybe Shanahan would bring in Garoppolo just to get those wins at that time?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Zach. The issue is this: is like, what's their?
That's his job.
I mean, to me, if they're 3-5, just like last year, I mean, if you listen, that almost would be the best thing possible for Kyle Shanahan if Trey Lance has the 49ers at 3-5.
Okay,
with some mixed results.
Yeah, oh, no doubt.
Because at that point, if I'm Shanahan, you're going to be fair. Well, then he's got to start game 9
because no player is bigger than the team.
9. What? No, not because of that. Because they were 3-5 last year.
Oh, okay.
And Garoppolo as the starting quarterback was given a chance. 2 games under 500, 8 games into the season to get on a roll, and he did. And I firmly believe had they lost that next game to go to 3-6, we would have seen Trey Lance.
Right.
Now, if Trey Lance gets to 3-5, guess what? Trey, you better win that next game. Otherwise, we're going to Garoppolo. Because if we're 3-6 and I go to Garoppolo, I know he has it in him to win. What is it? To win 6 of 8.
Yeah.
Get us to 9 wins and maybe we're in.
I just don't see Trey getting yanked, Steiny.
Well, of course. See,
again, it's the JD thing. What's it look like?
Exactly. I mean, of course you can see him replaced by Garoppolo if he's 0-4.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah. Let's go to Matt in San Jose. What's going on, Matt? What's going on, man?
Hey, guys, I got something for you. I think this is hilarious. Have you guys heard of this website called Cameo.com?
Yeah, actually, I have.
I had until now.
Is that the one where you can go on and get a happy birthday wish from Brad Pitt? Something like that.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, Brad Pitt's not on there. He's too big. But
how about Halle Berry?
He's going to be.
Let him finish.
No, too big probably.
All right.
Or like, somebody from Will and Grace or something. This is hilarious, though. Super Bowl champion, Troy Aikman's on there. He's asking for $750. Your boy, Trey Lance, is on there. He's asking for $1,500.
Thanks for the call, Matt.
They're really charging for this?
Of course.
Oh, my, what?
All right. If you don't know what we're talking about, yes. I was approached by them, believe it or not.
What? What you did?
So what it is there's Cameo.
How much would you charge?
I'll use
$250.
You know what? I'll use Castaneda.
Okay,
because he's kind of a regional star. Cameo goes up to Sal Castaneda and says, "Would you be willing to wish people happy birthday? Have a little." Of course, and you'll get paid $100 a pop.
But you're not doing it from the heart.
Yeah, you can do it from the heart. Antonio, somebody did one of these.
You're getting paid to be nice.
But anyway, the point is like, if you want to, like, that's what we should have done. God, see, you know what? Matt, dude, Matt. Oh, if only we gone earlier.
Good idea.
What we should have done is we should have chipped in $1,500.
Oh, I'm out.
As a station.
Oh, a station.
Given it to, and gotten Trey Lance to do a happy birthday cameo for Bonte. We should have done that.
Look at you. All right, I see you working.
So then Trey Lance can come out and say, happy birthday, Bonte. Go get him. You're 40 now. Click. I just made $1,500.
Oh, man, it felt good. Dude, I'm out on that. I would never do that. I would do it for free. I'm a man. If I ever get famous, to charge to say, who would even want that? If you know that they paid.
Hey, somebody wants to pay me $100 to wish somebody a happy birthday, I'll give them 5 good minutes.
But the person getting the happy birthday, if they know that the person, it ain't legit,
I'll find out some stuff about the person for sure.
I bet you will.
Absolutely.
Dude, our world, when I leave this show today and get in the car, this will stay with me. We are the selfish most, this hurt me. This hurt me.
If it's a Make-A-Wish kid, then yes, I'll donate my time. Right.
But just Joe, I hope Denzel ain't on there.
888-957-9570.
I hope people in high esteem are not on there.
I got to do this. if anybody out there would like me to wish anybody out there a happy birthday,
oh my goodness,
via Zoom, I'd love to do that. It'll be personalized. It'll be a couple minutes. $50.
And here's my cash app.
$50.
You should be ashamed.
I would do that.
And would you take the money?
In a second.
I'm done with it. We are cutthroat.
Goo.
Yep. Pimps, players, and hustlers. Looney said it. Yep.
You know what, Goo?
I can't. What's that website?
I'm going to do a little Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't spend a lot of money because I don't make a lot of money.
I thought that was Spreewell.
No, Spreewell was feed my family. And Patrick Ewing was, we spend a lot of money, but we make a lot of money.
Yippee.
Thank you.
I'm out on that website. Oh.
Yeah, you'd be out until they...
Happy birthday, Steiny.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my check at?
Hey, David, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Two things. Mike Martz. I just think he's obnoxious. I think he's racist. He compliments Lamar Jackson in the same, under his breath. I just think he's an obnoxious person. He was never really a truly successful head coach. And then after his relatively successful job in St. Louis, which he was gifted a team, he never really got an opportunity again. So I just don't think he's a likable person. So that's just my thought on hearing it. Real quick on Trey Lance and Justin Fields, if I could. If you're in a win now moment, which the Niners essentially are, because you're kind of as good as Nick Bosa and your linebackers on your defense. So you have this defense that can win now. Why would you draft a kid with zero experience? Because I'm watching Justin Fields, and I'm not thinking he's the greatest player in the world, but I know that he's played in massive games. I know he has the ability to run an offense. I know he's physically capable to do it, and he can do kind of all the things that you hope Trey Lance can do. Why in the world would you draft Trey Lance if you are in a win-now moment?
Thank you for the call.
Hey.
Thank you for the call.
And was that Monday's show?
And I'll say it again.
Is that fair to ask? And that doesn't mean we're out on Trey?
The bottom line is, and this is the bottom line, the San Francisco 49ers gave up 2 first-round draft picks to select the rawest quarterback who's ever come into the league. Is that hyperbole? I don't know. He just turned 22, and he played a total of 19 Division I AA games. 19 Division I AA games.
That's not
we are expecting Trey Lance to keep this team from start to finish in Super Bowl contention and at the end of the day win a Super Bowl, because that's the goal.
I'm putting my trust in Kyle for this kid to tap into what Kyle saw. And that's why it's going to be hell to pay for Kyle, not this kid. Kyle, you're right. And I call it the unknown. I know what against it, Steiny. I'm rooting for Trey, but Kyle, you drafted him because you thought he could get it ready.
How's that putting a guy in a position to succeed?
Well, maybe you ain't asking him to do everything's not on his shoulders. Because you got a Debo, you got a Kittle, you got an IU.
That's a crock of crap. And I'll tell you why, is because even if you don't ask Jimmy Garoppolo to do a lot, he's still going to have to do something. And Trey Lance at some point would have to do something. But, really? Yeah, I get it. The 49ers are good. So Trey Lance is on a good team. That doesn't mean he's in a position to succeed. Bringing back Jimmy Garoppolo, does that put him in a position to succeed? Telling the world, everybody thinks the 49ers are a Super Bowl contender.
Okay.
Hey, Trey, welcome to the NFL. You better take us to the playoffs, even though you've only played 19 college games. We moved up to get you, so here's what we need from you. We need you to take us to the playoffs right off the bat. That's not right. That's not right.
All right. At 22 years old, though, Steiny, there's two sides of the coin.
Just turned 22.
Let's say you're the 22-year-old prospect real quick. Would you say, you know what, I want to go to a losing team so there are no expectations?
No perfect situations. No perfect situations. I mean, they took a gamble on Trey Lance, and I won't let people make a conclusion about Trey Lance early in his career.
Right.
I'm just not gonna. The problem is Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers want to win right now. So do those things collide at some point? Those disparate philosophies. What are the biggest games this weekend? The ones that make you money. If you want to beat the books, then you have to cash the ticket. Hosts Mike Valenti and Jim Costa set the stage for the weekend of football with some tips and tricks to help you bet confidently. This is the perfect podcast for football fans. New episodes Thursday and Friday. Follow Cash the Ticket on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up next, 49er Insider, Bay Area News Group, Cam Inman. I'm going after him.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Great cars and great customer experience are what define a great dealership. At BMW of Fairfield, we deliver on both counts. BMW of Fairfield is the top-rated BMW dealership in the Bay Area, according to Google reviews. We love selling the ultimate driving machines, but our success rests on the outstanding experience we provide our customers. It's a better way to buy and own a vehicle. Experience it for yourself at BMW of Fairfield. One price, one person, 1 hour.
Doug. Hey, listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it.
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The Dave Matthews Band is coming to Shoreline on September 17th. For more info and tickets, visit 957thegame.com/events.
Did you know System Pavers has been designing and installing outdoor living systems for 30 years? Since 1992, we've helped more than 80,000 homeowners transform the way they enjoy their outdoors, and they've been happily talking about their remodels ever since.
If I would have known how quick and easy replacing our crumbly old driveway was going to be, I would have contacted System Pavers years ago.
We had a small issue with our outdoor kitchen, and System Pavers went above and beyond to make it right. Excellent service.
I'm Larry Green of System Pavers, and nothing makes my day more than hearing how the quality, beauty, and durability of our work has helped thousands of families make the most of their outdoor spaces.
For a limited time, you can take advantage of special financing and save 10% on an outdoor transformation that'll get people talking too. Call System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 or visit systempavers.com today.
All orders must be placed by September 30th. See website for offer details. Financing subject to credit approval. Contractor's license 661575.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I got to agree with Steiny.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All righty, let's bring him in. I got to give him a shot to defend himself because I've been taking some little couple swipes at the Bay Area media, which I'm a part.
Uh-oh.
You ready, Cam? Hello.
Delivering newspapers since I was 10, so I've been part of the Bay Area media for about 10 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
I'm Team Cam.
I think somebody in the Bay Area media should have asked Kyle Shanahan after the game if at any point he thought about putting Jimmy Garoppolo in the Chicago game, and can we assume that Trey Lance is starting week 2?
Well, why would you suspect that needed to be asked? Because everything he's indicated was there was no way he was going to be benching Trey Lance.
The reason is, and I'm not saying it's a good question or bad question, but the fact is, it's asked in a lot of it would have been asked in Philly, New York,
Dallas,
L.A. maybe. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's a lazy question that you're just looking for a hot take because everybody knows the answer.
Don't you think you need to get him kind of on record?
No, not if you've been paying attention because he's been saying it from day one. If this continues, Matt, you're right. I think it's a very valid question. If Trey is obviously struggling, I think there was a little bit of rain out there, so you knew he was probably going to struggle, but it wasn't. I don't think that loss was on Trey Lance. I think that loss was on a lot of mistakes. The penalties, turnovers, obviously, but on the flip side of this, he's got to make some plays, and the offense has to make plays. They can't just blame it on their deficiencies. They have to do something that earns them the win.
Cam, last time I talked to you, JD was with me, and not in a million years did I think the Bears would beat the Niners, nor did I have the weather report. But with that said, I'm going to leave Trey Lance alone just for this conversation because everybody's focused on it. But I'm telling Steiny, I am surprised and nervous for Niner fans that George Kittle was not ready to play week 1, didn't practice today, and now you have no Mitchell and the question marks with the O-line. Are you at all concerned about that aspect of this team this early on?
I think anytime George Kittle's not on the field, it's a glaring concern. From what he brings from the receiving, but also more importantly from that blocking perspective, like you said, to help the offensive line out for a young quarterback. And, he was on, last we saw him on the field was last Monday, which apparently which apparently is when George hurt his groin. So he hasn't been out there, which is not a good sign, and so it is a big concern.
Cam Inman joining us on 95.7 The Game. He covers the San Francisco 49ers for Bay Area News Group. Cam, the one thing that I thought was, all right, today I'm going to think about the stuff Trey Lance did well on Sunday and what gives you, hope looking forward. My three were his composure and poise on the field and off, obviously his arm, and then lastly was he does seem to have good instincts when he's running the ball.
Yeah, I think all three of those are his best assets. And let's start off running the ball. He's a bigger body guy, right? So he's subject to a lot of these hits, but he's willing to withstand them, and he's learning fast about the game, right? Then let's talk about the arm, because I'm still mesmerized by that 20-yard completion to Ray McCloud. It was okay, and I asked Shanahan and Trey Lance and Ray McCloud about that yesterday. And they were all very subdued in their responses, which I get because they lost the game. No reason to really give him an attaboy pick-me-up for doing his job and throwing the ball where it needs to be. But, so why was I so mesmerized? And I think it's because it was such a daring pass to throw into triple coverage, and it's not a pass that Jimmy Garoppolo would have done on purpose. I mean, there's been times where Jimmy's thrown, there's three defenders around, but not intentionally. I thought it was just a hell of a pass, and maybe it would have been my angle in the press box, but he silenced all of press row, and we were kind of murmuring under our breath, holy crap, did you just see that pass? And that's what brings Trey Lance into the starting fold, because he has that arm where he can make that throw to the numbers or to the boundaries, right? What he also needs to do, though, he needs to get better on those short, quick passes, which is where Jimmy Garoppolo excelled, right? And so it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, but you figure he's going to learn that touch. And he's not going to learn it in the monsoon in Chicago. So how is he going to do Sunday if it's raining at Levi Stadium on those passes, right? And if he can't hit those, then he's going to have to do more of those 20-yard out routes to Ray McCloud, Brandon Ayuk, and hopefully Deebo Samuel. He just can't seem to get on the same page with.
Yeah, Cam, that's where I was going next. You know, all offseason we heard about Ayuk and Trey Lance and their rapport, but how much 2 receptions for Ayuk, 2 for Deebo do you put on the monsoon? Or do you just say, you know what, Goose, something's got to change this Sunday? But that stood out to me, the lack of production from those two.
Yeah, I mean, and Trey kind of dismissed it, saying, "Don't worry about it. I'm going to be going to Brandon." And I certainly think that's going to be the case. I think Brandon will get more throws his way when it's not raining so hard. But and then the Deebo Trey Lance relationship, as much as we freak out about them not connecting on downfield passes like in that exhibition finale, or even the short passes that we saw in Chicago, it's almost more important that they're on the same page in the running game on these option handoffs, because that right now is, like, to me, that's Deebo's number one role, is to be a physical runner rather than the 1,000-yard receiver.
Man.
Cam Inman joining us on 95.7 The Game. Cam is... I know what he says about the penalties. 49ers have been the most penalized team since the beginning of last year. Has he ever said, you know what, that's on me?
I don't think he ever has. I think he dismisses it and says we're going to get it cleaned up. Some of those were avoidable. This is what he said yesterday, was that some of those penalties were avoidable, which is true. And then you can't really get into the whole ticky-tack thing, because a lot of these penalties are judgment calls, and when things aren't going your way, you're going to be bitching about them. And so I did a lot of reading of the Chicago papers and just to see how they reported about this game. And not one of them talked about the Niners' 12 penalties. They just talked about what won the game for the Bears, right? And it's a losing team's mentality if you're bitching about penalties. You just got to clean them up, don't make them, and then go out and win the game.
Cam, let's talk about the other side of the ball, because I was shocked. The first half defensively, that's what I expected. I'm tweeting, I don't think Chicago may score, and this is not high school. What do you think happened? Did they tire? What does Cam Inman think about? I won't call it a collapse, but if you want to, I'm not mad about the Niner defense giving up 2 scores when it looked like they had the game in hand.
I picked these guys to win 20-0. So when it was 10-0, I thought I was Nostradamus. I had it. I was feeling as good as the Niners were, and then there were a couple breakdowns with the penalties, and then the coverages that were blown on those 2 touchdowns. So as much as we're praising Hufanga and the defense and how they're doing, they're inexcusable. So, like, sure, they got an A+ in the first quarter. Bosa and Ebukam got sacks on 3rd down. That's what they're supposed to do. But they didn't get more than that. And when you're caving away on defense and you needed to pile up points at that time, that's how these 10-point leads get slipped away. That's how we saw it in the NFC Championship game, saw it in the Super Bowl, and it's unforgivable. And they got to figure out how to close out games better. And whether that's the defense's fault or the offense can't, it's really a combination of factors. Although I'll say the special teams unit, that's the only one that didn't screw up in Chicago. And they kind of have a big game this week because this is my transition to the home opener. Is they're playing Seattle, and Seattle's former special teams coordinator is now the Niners special teams coordinator, and it's Brian Schneider. Right? Did I get that right? And I think, the Niners special teams cost them both games against Seattle last year, and they need to take that seriously this week.
That's a good nugget. I'm going to, as the kids say, noted.
Yeah.
Cam, thank you so much for joining us, as always, buddy.
Were you going to join me at the game on Sunday, or are you going to be rained out?
It's a good question.
Oh, wow.
It's a good question.
Man.
Rally up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Says the field. We need you here.
Yeah, says the guy who will be in the press box.
20-0 prediction.
I'll be down on the field before game. Okay, then I'll retreat.
All right. Have a good one, buddy.
Take it easy.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right. Cam and I will agree to disagree there.
But he said the question was valid, just not yet. What if you went out there and asked? You'd go viral, as they say.
Willard noted that he's like, "You're on this, aren't you?" Meaning, you kind of won't let it go. And it's like, yeah, somebody get me Willard. I mean, I don't know.
Great job.
You gotta ask that question.
Yeah.
I
don't think anybody's scared of him or Cap, because you said, who said? Oh, John Dickinson thinks the reporters are scared of Kapler. I don't get
Kapler?
that. Yeah, I'm like they're walking on eggshells.
I would say Kyle more than Kapler.
Yeah, either one for me. But I would fire that bad boy off. Especially, it had to be in a loss, though, Steiny. It can't be when you went, 30-10. But you ain't ruined my day, but that website for happy birthdays really bothered me.
Cameo.
There's
a bunch of those.
She's so strange, and I like it. That's
Somebody
the
said
cameo
they'll pay
I know.
me. Hold on a second. Yeah. You see where this... let's go to the Comcast business
there
text
you go.
line. And somebody said they'd pay me to wish him a happy birthday.
That's material, Steiny.
If
it ain't happened yet,
for the text person. By the way, don't forget tomorrow, a payday Friday.
Yeah, baby.
It's a payday Friday tomorrow. That means the crew.
Yeah.
And when I mean crew, I mean Guru and myself and anybody else who comes along from the station. 3:00 tomorrow at the Old Ship. Get this address. It's 298 Pacific. Okay. So it's right on the corner of Pacific and Battery. Guru will be down there. And as always, we'll let you buy us a couple drinks. And we haven't done one of these since the pandemic.
And your hair game is on point. I see Marky D in the morning at and
I'm down
DNR.
I'm down a few pounds since our last one. Mm-hmm.
My wife said, I'm down 20. Don't say how much you're down. Let somebody tell you.
I didn't say how much.
And you just did it.
I said I dropped a few.
I guess I'm jealous.
Put a specific number on it.
I didn't like you saying it.
Hey, Cam said something that's interesting to me about Trey Lance. And I'll ask you this question. What? Can you teach touch?
I don't believe so.
Well, then we got a problem.
And I said you can't go by accuracy either. I'll too. Somebody remembered. Yeah, so we'll see. But Josh Allen apparently is fixed his touch and his completion percentage. I'm not saying this is the biggest indictment on Trey. He played one game, and those throws you guys talked about, I saw it. I watched the game again. But you're going to laugh here or scoff. That Debo fumble, it was one play in the first. That changed everything. What if they go score, he settles in, but then you did have a 10-point lead? I just like, damn, Debo, you held out, scrubbed your IG, you out here fumbling.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go to Shaka. Shaka's in Berkeley.
He's on a high. Minnesota.
What's up, Shaka? How you doing, man? You can give us the horn.
Hey, man.
I don't mind the horn.
Hey, man. I want to talk about Sandra Douglas first, man.
Uh-oh.
Sandra Douglas, NFL, first black woman for the Raiders team president, man. That was big, man.
Yeah.
Whatever we said about Al Davis' son, he's doing the things that Big Al did, man. Minorities, letting minorities through the door, and moving to the stadium, the big stadium. He's doing things his dad did, man. Right now, I want to pivot like Jordan did later on in his career to the 49ers, man. And I was thinking, man, do you know Kirk Cousins and RG3 was drafted on the same draft?
Yep.
RG3 was number 1. Kirk Cousins was number 3. I would want to know what was going on in their mind to make them do that. So I'm kind of leaning that the son wanted Cousins. They drafted Cousins. Third round, he played a lot, and he's went on to have a great career. We all know that he wants him. Shanahan wants a reliable quarterback that can make it, that can throw the ball with accuracy, man, because they're the one that Super Bowl. If they would have hit that guy, number 17, going down the middle, man. But I just want to say that, man. And you know who's the backup quarterback for Minnesota?
Who?
He played for the 49ers, too.
Mullins.
Sonny Jefferson grandson.
Mullins?
Is it Nicky?
Sonny.
All right, thanks, Shaka.
Shaka with knowledge.
Who was it?
I think it's Nick Mullins. And you see, I think.
I couldn't care.
But to say the first black female president, she's beautiful too. Sandra's Douglas Morgan. Beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with pointing that out.
Did I say there was?
No, people on the text line.
Nobody said anything. Nobody's saying anything to you.
Comcast business text line.
Nobody's saying anything to you.
We need a jar for that.
I don't know if you can teach touch, to tell you the truth.
Can you teach a jumper and hoop? Well, Magic got one.
You can get better at it.
Jay Kidd got better at it. Magic. Who else?
I actually think those are two different things, believe it or not.
Touch. Kaepernick didn't have touch.
Nope. I got it.
Who?
Me. Like, I have it.
Could you throw a ball 10 yards?
Nope.
Oh, he's saying what he thinks. I'm looking at your shoulders, but you're a
1986 intramural flag football champions at Franklin and Marshall College.
Gosh.
That's a fact.
But no pads, intramurals.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
And I was a receiver.
Harold Carmichael was your dude.
No, I was exactly like Steve Largent, only not as fast.
That's wow. Hey, I love me some Largent. Yeah. Yeah.
From the 820. Trey's release is broken.
Comcast business.
I'm not going. I'm not going to go that far.
Yep. I just cannot wait. Like, it's Thursday, but in my mind it's Friday because that's how eager I am for week 2 of football. And we got a barn burner tonight. Who you got? Chiefs, Chargers.
Where's the game?
KC, baby.
I like Kansas City.
Man, the message in 1 week
Chargers won week 1, right?
They beat the Raiders. Raiders blew it. Derek Carr's still scared, and I had you tell me, Derek Carr.
What? Are you doing it again?
What?
You're doing it again. You did this on Monday, and it led to a fight.
Hey, I'm doing it, but you know what? You did say it about D. Carr.
What did I say?
A lot of people are rallying around him like, we're about to see the best D. Carr. That's all.
Who's saying that?
A lot of people before the season started.
No, but you were talking about me. You were representing an opinion that I had of Carr that's completely inaccurate.
Like you were saying this was his coming out party. I got you on that list like Vontae has us on
it. So Derek Carr after year 11.
Right. See, you gave him the benefit of the doubt. Now you're going year 11.
Anything like that.
I recall, I could misremember like about? Clemens. Like we were just talking. It wasn't like you went out your way, hey, goo, Derek Carr. But we were talking about the Raiders like, Derek Carr, he's kind of settled in. I'm doing my stuff. He's kind of settled in on goo. So, might not have been you.
Well, I don't think it was. Because I couldn't say settled in. I would never say settled in. I would be like, goo. Derek Carr, I mean, he's all right. He's just all right.
Hey, give me some advice real quick. I know we're...
By the way, I'd rather have Trey Lance than Derek Carr.
Well, damn, I hadn't heard that.
Because It's about the ceiling.
Yeah.
We know what Derek Carr is.
Scared. I'm in 5 fantasy leagues. I went 0-5. I mean, seriously, when you hear that. 0-5 in 5 leagues. I'm kind of down on myself a little bit, Steiny. Like, I'm setting the lineups like this might be my last year. 0-5. Dude, I would have some close ones. 0-5.
You almost have to try to. Seriously.
My boy Ron T's in 5. He goes, Goo, I was 1-5, so I feel a little better, but it ain't just me. Dude, I got to bounce back.
All right. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We got KJ Wright, former Seahawks linebacker. Can't wait to ask him all about Trey Lance and what linebackers think when they got a rookie coming to town, essentially. Let's go to Mister. Mister's in the ATL, baby.
Mr. Jennings.
I can't read what's under Mister. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if y'all remember. I call in all the time. I've been like this. And I told y'all in training camp when Debo was holding out. See, I went back last year, doing a little fantasy. I know it's fantasy, but I watched tape between when Jimmy was coming back and to see who was the favorite. I'm a guy that goes by who's the favorite, right?
Yeah.
When I watched the tape last year, I noticed when Jimmy's playing, Debo gets the rock. He has a connection with Debo. Now, when Trey's come playing, as you can see, even in camp, the connection was with IU. Now, that's why I was like, well, if Debo's holding out, it's because he already knows what's going on at practice. I don't have to be there, but I'm just an X-wide receiver, and I was like, he's airmailing balls in practice. Now, which is funny is because Shanahan drafted, if we just look back at the Shanahan draft, he doesn't draft good quarterbacks, period. I don't know who's calling the shots on who's drafting quarterbacks because we haven't drafted a quarterback that was worth something yet. The only one we got that was good is the one we got from the Patriots, correct? If we go back through the lineage, y'all name me one. Besides Cap. But we got rid of him that had nothing to do with football, right or wrong.
Right. Thanks a lot, Mister. Appreciate it.
But to his greater point, your boy was holding out, so he couldn't develop rapport with.
But I agree with the caller.
And they went to some city. Were they L.A. or they were playing catch? Ayuk and Lance.
What was the gentleman's name? Oh, Mister.
Yeah.
It's Mister something. I couldn't read it on the.
There's only one Mister.
415. Man, this guy's a clown. Yeah, I disagree. I'm in Mister's corner.
He was holding out.
No, what I'm saying is the reason it was so. This is what I believe.
All right.
The reason Debo was holding out was because he knew that the 49ers were going to make this change to Trey Lance. And there was no way, because he'd seen Trey Lance for the last year. I think he knew that the writing was on the wall, that his numbers were going to go down, particularly receiving. And he was like, I don't want it to be a contract year when I only had 700 yards receiving and 400 yards carrying the ball.
I'm not mad at that, but I think it's a Lamar Jackson thing to where Debo was used so much, high usage the year before, that he was basically risking his neck and chest to get hurt before he got the bag. Like, how could Debo, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Steiny, but I think it's far-fetched. How is he going to know what Trey Lance is going to be? And it ain't like Jimmy
practiced with him all year. You think players can't tell?
But it wasn't like Jimmy was Brady. And by the way, 1,400 yards.
Numbers.
He got 1,400 yards in the air.
Exactly. With Jimmy.
So why wouldn't he? If that's how he felt and that's what was going to be done, then why would there be a price? Why wouldn't you say, get me up out of here if this is about to be my quarterback in future?
Because he got paid. They did pay him.
Money talks.
They buckled.
Charlie Sheen.
I don't know about buckled, but
gave in.
They made that deal.
Well, they were going to pay him regardless. Whoever the quarterback was, he was getting a bag. He was scheduled to get $4 million this year, Debo.
Right, but if they didn't extend him, now he plays alongside Trey Lance.
Oh, he would have been
numbers are not as good, and he loses money.
Yeah, but I still think he would have been a dum to play and not get the bag because you know how important you are to the Niners with Jimmy under center. Like, don't go risk getting hurt. Get that bag. He got it. Dude, how many catches for Debo Sunday? It's Thursday. Sunday.
3.
Completed. Man, Steiny, probably eight or nine. We got to go.
Why don't you go look up during the break his high and catches in a game?
Oh, I can tell you.
All right. I'm looking forward to our next guest. He'll come up right after the break. KJ Wright, former linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to talk to him on the other side. I'm looking forward because I want to licking his chops with a rookie quarterback. We'll talk about it on the other side.
Talk saves lives. Join us for Odyssey's I'm Listening Special, our annual 2-hour national mental health conversation, Wednesday, September 21st at 6 p.m. You'll hear from Drew Robinson, whose story is one you have to hear. Former Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams will also join us to talk about his struggles. The 2-hour special is a constructive and supportive conversation about our mental wellness. I'm Listening, Wednesday, September 21st, starting at 6 p.m. right here on 95.7 The Game and on the free Odyssey app. For more, visit imlistening.org. Remember, talk saves lives.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
BART is turning 50, and we'd love to celebrate with you. Get 50% off of your ride in honor of BART's 50 years of service to the Bay Area when you pay with Clipper. That's 50% off Clipper BART fares for the entire month of September. Add Clipper to your digital wallet for free. If you're eligible for other Clipper discounts like youth or senior fares, you get to take an additional 50% off of those too. Details at bart.gov/50 years. Celebrate BART's 50 years of service with us this September. Let's go.
Attention veterans. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you and your family may be victims of toxic water poisoning. Cancers, birth defects, deadly illnesses have all been linked to the contaminated water. Congress is now holding the government accountable. You could be awarded financial compensation for your suffering, but you must act now. Visit sickvets.com for your free case review by True Law. That's sickvets, like veterans.com. sickvets.com. Visit sickvets.com.
Fremont Bank. If there's one thing we understand more than anybody, it's that it takes a local bank to really get the needs of local businesses. Fremont Bank has the flexibility and motivation to service your business loan needs like other banks can't or won't. With our full suite of business loan products and recognition as a top SBA lender in the Bay Area, Fremont Bank is the right choice for local and family-owned businesses. Fremont Bank. Learn more at fremontbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Left Coast Buyers, we buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-434-5000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-434-5000. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000. That's 925-434-5000.
Hurry into the Energy Savings Event at Lowe's. Save energy and save money on select major appliances, including Whirlpool energy-efficient appliances. You can also use less water with WaterSense bathroom faucets, starting at just $19.98. Plus, find other great energy-saving items throughout the store and check your eligibility for rebates in your area to save even more. Don't miss the Energy Savings Event at Lowe's. Selection varies by location. Exclusions apply. Visit Lowe's.com for details. Valid through 9/28.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
In Pleasant Hill, 76 degrees and mostly sunny this afternoon.
Weather brought to you by Pfizer and BioNTech. Whether it's the news, the traffic, the weather, or your COVID-19 vaccinations, it's important to stay up to date.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All righty, welcome back. Half hour left before we turn it over to Rado and Damon. And let's welcome in KJ Wright, former Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champion, played beside Bobby Wagner. What's going on, KJ? How you doing?
What's up, fellas? Doing well.
All right, here you go. The San Francisco 49ers are trying to develop a raw quarterback and win the Super Bowl in the same year. Can they do it?
One of the worst decisions I've seen made in a pretty long time. I got to be honest with you. I'm not a fan at all of that. You have Jimmy G on your team. He got you almost to the promised land. What more do you want from the man? Keep rolling with Jimmy G. If you're not going to roll with Jimmy G, then trade him to another team because no quarterback wants to try to develop with a better quarterback over his shadow, looking over him. So Jimmy G, he needs to get traded. I didn't like the move at all.
Wow, okay. We appreciate the honesty. Let me piggyback on that. So do you think at this juncture there's veterans like yourself, you know, Super Bowl aspirations in the Niner locker room that are looking sideways without saying anything?
Yeah. Here's the thing. The window to get to a Super Bowl, that window is very, very small, and you have to have the best players on the football team. And if I'm a guy in that locker room, I don't care who you traded up to get. I don't care how many draft picks you gave away. I want the best players on the football field. And so I know it's extremely frustrating for those guys. It's just one game. Let's give the young man some time to develop and grow. But you know what you have in number 10 and Jimmy Garoppolo. So very frustrating situation, and I'm sure those guys want to get things figured out as quickly as possible.
KJ Wright joining us. He played middle linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champion, joining us on 95.7 The Game. You know what? Maybe I didn't hear this, KJ, but I'm getting the sense you feel like, and I guess I'm asking, do players around the league maybe think that the 49ers aren't doing right by Jimmy Garoppolo?
I wouldn't say that. I believe that Jimmy Garoppolo, if I'm not mistaken, he did choose to restructure his contract. Not sure why he did that, because his market would have been just fine. I believe that quarterbacks, you know, he's a really good quarterback, and I believe the situation could have presented to himself. So he decided to restructure his contract. He wanted to go be a backup. I would not have done that if I was him, because the man he's a winner. The man, every time I played against him, it's always come down to the wire. He's had some health concerns, but when he's on the football field, Jimmy G is a really, really good football player.
Well, let me ask you this, KJ, because, you know, Trey Lance is a relatively unknown. When you see him, even before week one, what did you think? And was he worth all what Kyle Shanahan paid to bring him in?
That's yet to be determined. He hasn't played that much, and I believe that with quarterbacks, you got to get those guys reps. You got to get them reps. And but if I had Jimmy G on my football team, I would not have reached that far with that much to get a quarterback that played at a small school. And I believe, wasn't Justin Field in that same draft class?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't have done it. I'm not a general manager. I'm just I just play ball. But on the outside looking in, that was a really, really big risk. And, the reward hasn't quite paid off just yet.
KJ Wright joining us on 95.7 The Game. One of the things coaches love to take credit for is when they put a player in a position to succeed. Do you think the San Francisco 49ers have put Trey Lance in the best possible position to succeed?
I do. I believe when you look at his surrounding cast, he has, first of all, a phenomenal play caller in Kyle Shanahan. The man is hands down the absolute best that I face when it comes to calling plays. So he's going to put him in position to be successful. You have Deebo Samuel, you have Kittle, you have a really great run game, and so he has everything around him to be successful, and you just add that defense on top of that. The only thing that's bothering me is that Jimmy G is still in that building.
Yep.
Just get him out of there. Just trade him or do something, because if you want to grow, you don't want to hear this chirp about, oh, who's the better quarterback? Why is he in there? You don't want to hear that nonsense, because in this generation, you best believe that he's looking at his Twitter and Instagram, and people are definitely letting him know what they think. So he has all the tools around him. There's just one missing piece they're missing to take the next step forward, and that's Jimmy G in that building.
KJ, I told my partner I'd bet my left arm that I don't care who was quarterback in the Niners, they ain't losing to Chicago, and guess what they did? So now Kittle may not play. Mitchell, 6th-round pick, shocked the world last year. He's out.
Yeah.
If you're the Seattle defense, are you looking at Trey Lance and this Niner offense like, boy, we got action?
I surely hope so. You know who I'm rooting for. But
right.
In my Seahawks team, I was at that game, and that was a very, very emotional win for those guys. I'm looking for them to have that same energy, that same focus when they play against the Niners. When you win a big-time game, you just walk around the locker room feeling yourself. You all happy and excited. And San Fran is pissed off. They're the exact opposite. They have a sense of urgency. Hey, this is a for sure must-win for us. And so I hope the defense is ready, because I know that with that run game that Kyle Shanahan has, he's going to run that football. So they definitely have to get their mind right come Sunday.
So, KJ, you're saying players definitely hear the outside noise?
1,000%, especially in 2022 with Twitter and Instagram and all that. Yes, 100%.
Can it affect a player?
Different guys operate differently. I know for me, I had to delete my Twitter at one point during the season. I'm like, I can't be reading this junk, just typing in my name on Twitter, seeing all this mess. I personally deleted my Twitter. Some guys, they scrolling on the feed and it bothers them. It gets to them. We talk about it in the locker room. And so different guys know how to handle it differently. But this new generation, I'm telling you, they definitely see it.
Hey, KJ, I got to ask you this one before we let you go, and I don't want to be messy, but I'm watching Monday night, and I'm a Russell Wilson fan, and I know, he ain't street. You ain't got to be street for me to like you, but I know, he's different. But I'm listening to your former teammates' podcast, Richard Sherman, and he's going in on Russ left and right. Not to be messy, but KJ, why don't they like each other?
Oh, man, you're trying to get deep. You're trying to get deep on here.
Give us a little bit, KJ, if you can.
Okay, I know Sherm. That's my guy. Sherm is a very, very honest and blunt individual. He doesn't sugarcoat it with anyone. And when we was in that building, there were some certain things that Sherm felt like a certain standard wasn't being kept when it comes to accountability from coaches. If you want to hold us to this standard, I need you to hold this young man to the same exact standard. And so I believe Sherm was mad at the wrong person in the building. Like, be mad at somebody, Sherm. Be mad at Coach Garrell. And so it's an interesting relationship. It's very unfortunate that they feel that way towards each other. But man, when I was in there and they was booing my guy, I felt bad for him. It's
right.
The narrative that Russ, wanted out of Seattle and his former teammates. The relationship isn't as great, and so it's pretty unfortunate that happens. But I guess it's ball.
KJ, thank you so much for joining us, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Thank you, guys.
All right, that's KJ Wright.
Wow.
Longtime Seattle Seahawk. So there you got your answer. Your answer is Richard Sherman believed Russell Wilson got preferential treatment. That's essentially what he said.
But I'm like, KJ, let's say
you need more.
No, I'm saying I would be mad at the boss if you were getting the treatment, but it doesn't sound. Richard was holding.
But maybe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Richard was holding Russ accountable. I would be mad at the higher ups. Let them do. You know what I mean? Like, check him.
But what if
Donnie coming in late? Check him.
But what if at the same time Russell Wilson's walking around the locker room like he owns the place?
Okay.
And he's looked upon as the golden boy.
Yeah.
And they're not feeling him.
Well,
so that's
a wow. He gave it to us. Hey, what about him saying the wrong quarterback is starting for the Niners? I mean, that's a former player.
Yeah. I mean,
like, damn.
It's going to be interesting.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a good game, too.
Week by. You don't know that. Why would you say that?
Seattle just beat Denver.
Right.
My Super Bowl pick.
So what if the Niners win 40-3?
I'm going to come in here and be excited.
Is that a good game?
Oh, man.
What if it's 3?
No. From a competitive standpoint, no.
So what do you mean by good game?
Like Bonte said, bloodbath game. This is division rivalry, and I had Seattle in the tank, and this is where I had Seattle in the outhouse and had the Niners in the penthouse, and now it might be a townhouse. They might be equal. Better team will win Sunday in the rain.
But Evan, tell me to let it go.
Let it go. Go ahead.
But you don't know it's going to be a good game. Might be a terrible game.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good game.
Well, I'm hoping for a good game.
I got you, Bob. You better be careful.
You want to do 15 minutes on why I'm a jerk? Go ahead.
No, I don't.
That would be another one.
No.
Hey, there was a couple things I wanted to talk to you about.
That's right.
You recently took your young son to Santa Clara, and apparently you want to ask the listeners something.
Okay, so we had a dinner for little Daryl Saturday.
All right.
Friends, family, aunties, uncles were there, said their last goodbyes. I've never dropped a kid off at college. So in my mind, Matt Steinmetz, and I needed you. It was going to be me, my wife, my daughter, and my son. That's how we're going to send him off. We get in the U-Haul in another car. I go left on 5. They go east. They go west. My son goes, we're going to get TT. I hope she ain't listening. That's my wife's best friend, like his aunt. So TT and her daughter are going with us to drop my kid off. I'm like, who? This was my moment, our moment. Now I can't even get emotional because everything's different. Then we get in this dorm. The dorm is small, so it's 6 people in there. Steiny, I have never been hurt the way I was hurt, and it wasn't TT's fault. But my question, I asked right on you, I called you. When you do that normally in the movies, it's just the immediate family saying bye to their son, and mine got hijacked because my wife thought that the best friend and her daughter should go. And I got robbed of a moment, even though I had it I had to, come here, son, But I asked you, man to man, am I a monster for feeling that way? The audacity.
You're not a monster for feeling that way. Damn it, TT.
Or Mia for bringing TT. You just was at dinner the night before. This is the Johnsons.
888-957-9570.
Oh, Steiny.
How about KJ Wright saying the 49ers are making a big mistake at quarterback? Let me know if you when and if you can play that.
Man,
that was a great soundbite, obviously prompted by a wonderful question to start off the interview. KJ Wright.
Well, all right, let's.
I said. Okay, I'll set it up. Is my question in there or not? It is? Okay, hold on. I'll set it up. Because this is what the greats do. They ask a question that leaves for...
Guru always upset about family.
It leads for only a...
no, I'm not.
Hey, KJ, 49ers are trying to develop a quarterback and win the Super Bowl at the same time. Is that possible?
One of the worst decisions I've seen made in a pretty long time. I got to be honest with you. I'm not a fan at all of that. You have Jimmy G on your team. He got you almost to the promised land. What more do you want from the man? Keep rolling with Jimmy G. If you're not going to roll with Jimmy G, then trade him to another team because no quarterback wants to try to develop with a better quarterback over his shadow, looking over him. So Jimmy G, he needs to get traded. I didn't like the move at all.
Wow. See, now, this is where...
Doesn't mean he's right.
Listen, man, if former players and former coaches are saying that, then there's something to it, clearly. So, but Kyle Shanahan's
He's Captain Kirk. It's his ship.
Oh, it sure is.
And he called, 10 to 15 guys in there to explain his decision. Oh, that was to bring Jimmy back. So,
Exactly.
Steiny, let's be real. If I said we're going to see Jimmy this year,
yes.
No, not injury. Is not off the table. Performance. Do you think we're going to see Jimmy at some juncture this year? I don't.
Well,
I'm going performance related.
Here's
and
where
I mean
here's
what
where
I'm saying.
Here's
okay?
where I'm literal.
I don't think he's going to do it to
Here's
Trey.
where I'm literal. I don't.
On the fence?
No. I just don't believe he's going to play 17 games. He can't make it like this. He will get hurt.
Oh, see, I said I'm talking performance.
I know, but okay. Will he get benched because of performance?
Yes,
it's possible. Of course it's possible.
Well, now we know.
Now if I say no chance, well,
Jimmy,
then I have no idea. Because if you say, Steiny, do you think that Trey Lance will get benched because of performance this year? I have no idea. I don't know how good he is. I have no idea.
So, but do you think there's a barometer, Kyle Shanahan barometer of
yes.
you need to be this
if you think
to keep 10 off the field?
If you think for 1 second, and I'd be interested to know if you think for 1 second the 49, because it's not probably going to happen all at once. But if they're 1-3 and 2-4 and 3-6, you really think Shanahan's just going to let it go? I don't. Yeah. And you know what? Here's what I'm saying. He better not.
Oh, right.
Because if it's true,
you lose
they are not playing the best quarterback right now. That can only last for another week or two before he better make a switch. But I don't know that to be the case.
You just said something earlier, and again, because we're coming up, people, with these shout out Tribe Called Quest scenarios, doesn't mean it's hate.
Quit saying that. Quit saying that. We don't have to keep reminding people.
Say what?
Don't cater to that 0.05% of people who say you're a hater.
It's the 0.5% that have their hands over their ears. This is real life, and I'm schooling you. You said Debo got paid. I don't think that's enough. If he's not getting close to, and I'll tell you how many catches he had last year, if he's not getting the yards that he feels like he's watching Justin Jefferson, even though we could say he's not that type of receiver. He's badass. He's a Pro Bowler. Debo, you're watching that week in, week out, and you're only getting maybe 2 to 5 catches. I don't think I think we're going to see, if you want to call it diva tendencies, we could see him throwing a hissy fit, and I wouldn't even be mad at him. That's on the table. And we could say week 1, the production was low from everybody, including Trey, because it was a monsoon. But if that continues, Matt, I don't think that contract Debo signed will keep him quiet in regard to being demonstrative about not getting the ball, not handoffs, in the air. That's on the table. That's just reality.
And that's when I say, get open. Run a route right.
Well, PFF has something we got to see.
Run a precise route, Debo.
He got 1,400 last year, Steiny.
That's right.
So
because he was dotting his I's and crossing his T's.
Listen to you.
Let's go to Coach Lisa in Oakland. What's going on, Coach Lisa? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good.
Hey, I feel you on the TT didn't match the moment.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay.
That was me and my son. Okay, the girls want to go. No, if you didn't pack all these U-Hauls.
That's all I'm talking about, Lisa.
Have the emotional moment. Let it go. Let it go. Just a quick thing. The 49ers. There's not going to be a teachable moment with Garoppolo for Trey Lance. So either Boy Wonder make the quick decision, keep Garoppolo, let him play the game, or let him go. That's just like having a voodoo doll hanging in your whole locker room.
Interesting.
Wow. But the coach chose to have that voodoo doll, Steiny.
No, Kyle knows what he's doing.
Hey, that's what we're watching.
Hey, stop it. Kyle's beyond reproach. He's beyond that. So don't you dare try to even criticize. He knows more football. He's got more football knowledge in his pinky than we have.
What's his overall record as head coach?
I'm just saying, don't.
I know it. 49-50 Trey.
Don't be coming down St. Kyle's Road, whatever you do.
He ain't no saint yet.
Hey, by the way, those body armor drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that my guy David Rokeach from Body Armor? Dropped those off? Nice.
Is that your guy?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh.
Anyway, Body Armor, they got really good sports drinks. Here's the thing about the Body Armor drinks. You got to look at the color of the cap, because by the color of the cap, you can tell the ones that have no calories and the ones that have calories. Because there's some of those drinks.
Just put sugar free?
Because they do that on the bottom, but you can. They do it.
I got my Guru drink in the refrigerator. I left you one too.
I'm out. Is that one of those like?
What do you mean you're
jolts?
out? It's so organic energy drink.
It's not organic. Red Bull is
no, the actual Guru drink that says GURU.
If there's a Guru,
they sent a whole
drink,
package. Yeah, Steiny got something cooking.
I've never heard of it.
Well, it's one in the freezer for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Rob in San Jose. He wants to help Guru out. Hey, Rob. What's up, buddy?
Guru, you're not a monster, man. You're not a monster. But I just want to know how you got blindsided into keep coming. You left me hanging with that story, being the man of the house.
Yeah.
Did not know that was going down.
Yeah, and you know what? And the bigger picture is that there's other issues going on. But you're right. You know what? I got blindsided. Take care of you. Yeah, that's on me. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, one of the things is
I reached out to you. We had a moment when I shared this story to you.
Yeah.
You wanted to say no.
I'm just.
You were there for me. I appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But I do think that. How do you get blindsided by that?
Lack of communication.
You'd be a terrible coach.
I coached Eddie House. You see what happened with him.
TT out of pocket, according to the 510.
No, it's lack of communication. It hurt me though, Steiny. But we had our moment.
Over.
Yeah,
it's over.
And he's having a ball.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
So what's he doing his first weekend on campus?
They got some thing to where he can't leave campus. Wife was trying to get him back home. Nope.
Back home week 1?
I was supposed to go but no, it's over.
What do you mean you're supposed to?
I was supposed to go pick him up from school and bring him home. He's going to stay the weekend, but he's got some things. I think he kind of made it up too, wink, wink. Like,
wait a minute. You approved of him? You're making your kid come home from college, his first college weekend?
No, he's staying.
But you wanted him home. Right. You were trying to get him home.
Right. No, I had nothing to do with it.
I know what the lead's going to be tomorrow's show. Guru, it's his first
You want to talk about
tears. We got about 15 seconds here, guys. Damon Ratto coming up next. Steve Rabel, Seattle Seahawks radio play-by-play coming up in the 3 o'clock hour.
I just can't believe you're going to let the kid.
No, he's staying at the spot.
All right. We'll talk about it tomorrow on 95.7 The Game.
Are you looking